your morning companion. The making waves in the news, from business to politics, from sports to entertainment. We got you covered with the most relevant stories and perspective. All right. I am your host, Ruth Esenam Fiagbedu, and joining me this morning on the news review is Miss Regina Bless and Miss Debbie Adoso. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
How are we doing?
I'm good. The grace is sufficient.
Hope all is well. Yeah. All right. You're welcome to the news headline. Let's dive straight into our news items for this morning. GES restores PTAs in all senior high, technical and STEM schools. The Ghana Education Service has officially announced the full reinstatement of parent-teacher associations in all pre-tertiary schools across the country. This move comes as a directive from President John Dramani Mahama aimed at enhancing stakeholder involvement in the country's education sector. In a press release issued on Thursday, July 17th, GES emphasized that the decision targets improved collaboration between parents, teachers, and communities in delivering quality education to Ghanaian learners. The directive mandates all heads of public senior high schools, technical, and STEM schools to immediately begin implementing the reinstatement of PTAs. The move is aimed at strengthening the collaboration and involvement of parents, communities, and teachers in the delivery of quality education to Ghanaian learners, the statement read. Further guidelines on the structure, roles, and financial accountability of PTAs will be provided in the coming weeks. These guidelines are intended to ensure transparency, consistency, and efficiency in PTAs operations nationwide. GES is urging all stakeholders, including parents and teachers, to lend their full support to this renewed policy to guarantee its smooth and effective implementation. Yeah, so the PTA meeting was actually abolished some time back, I think way back in 2019. In President John Dramani Mahama's new administration, they are bringing back the PTA. What do you have to say with regards to that? But before that, do you by any chance know why the PTA was previously abolished, Ms. Debbie?
Well, I don't really know. Excuse me. I don't really know the reason why it was cancelled, but then I feel like they've realized. Cancelling the PTA only stems to one thing. That is, if it is not important to you, that is where you feel like you want to cancel it. And I feel like the previous administration thought the PTA wasn't too much important or was not significant, so they ended up abolishing it. But GES, Ghana Education Service, restoring it back is a very good one, because I believe the lack of PTA was what we were seeing. We saw before, where what's the name? We saw students acting in weird ways, acting with deviant behaviors. I'm not saying that the PTA, like your parents come to school and they correct you, but then I remember my time. PTA, after you are done with your exam, then they call for PTA, your heart start to beat. Because your dad, I can remember that my dad was sitting here, I was sitting here. They give the report card to your dad, not to yourself. They give it to your dad, and then your dad goes through everything, and then whatsoever the teacher wants to explain to your dad, he does it. It's not a way where you can say this and then you can lie that, oh. And this, my dad is not the type that, excuse me, I would say he's illiterate. My dad is very literate, so there is no way I can even deceive him. And so they give the report card directly to my dad.
Right.
And then I can remember I was sitting right next to my dad, and that kind of tension and stuff, and then they discuss. So sometimes when the student is not doing well, you are sitting right beside your dad, then they ask your dad, why is she not performing, or why is he not performing? Is there anything like you are not doing right, or is there anything that she is not doing right? Then your dad can, if you're the type that you are lazy in the house and you don't do anything, still you don't learn, your dad would say it. And like they do that so that they'll get the thoughts of your parents, they get the thoughts of your student, then they know how to go about it. And parents also contribute a lot to the development of the school. It's not only about in terms of money, but in terms of sharing ideas. This PTA meeting is a whole lot. They discuss about the progress of the school, the progress of the students, and sometimes most of these students, they are lacking chairs and stuff, and waiting on the government in some ways, like waiting for a whole year. So sometimes these parents sacrifice the little they have. I remember my school, they don't allow we the students to read, though. It is our parent that comes to read on our behalf.
Really?
I'm telling you.
For what reason?
It's our school. The school is actually built by, what's the name? This white. And they don't believe in...
was it a Catholic school?
It's not a Catholic school.
Okay.
They don't believe in students like doing things. So your
parents will leave?
I'm telling you, they'll leave the house. They'll come and read on your behalf.
And like, is the school right here in Ghana?
Yes. It's a girls' school. It's a girls' school. It's a female school, single sex. They'll come and read on your behalf. So imagine your parents do all this and you don't learn. It's one way. Like it's not normal. But because in our culture, as the student is there, you don't allow your parents. But our school, that is the law. The parents will come and read on your behalf, and you, the student, you are in the class learning.
Okay.
But that does not mean that they don't punish us. They punish us a lot. We weed. We uproot trees. But
as punishment.
As punishment, yes, we do. We uproot trees. We weed as punishment. But sometimes, maybe something like the parents will just come and they don't do it. So PTA, it's a good, it's actually good. It helps in the development of the school, and it helps shaping not only the embodiment of the school but the students as well. So this PTA, as I said, is like sharing of ideas.
Yeah.
You share ideas and then you move on from there. So bringing it back, I feel like it's a good call.
It's a good call. All right, Miss Regina, they are bringing back the PTA after it was abolished in 2019 by the previous government. What do you have to say with regards to that?
Okay, so the little I can say is PTA, that is Parents Teacher Association, is a significant part of every school because without these teachers, there's no way you can. Without the parents, there's no way in a way the school would develop, because the parents are the reason why their kids are in school. So if there's anything that you want to communicate, how do you communicate with them? You can't communicate with every single parent, like where you communicate to. So what if you have over millions of students? You call all the parents and be communicating with them. So the PTA is a form of gathering where you communicate your grievances, if maybe they have something to also contribute, because mind you, the development of the school mainly lies on the parents. You have to communicate with these people. Sometimes there are certain things the school are doing that they don't really like, so this is the chance where they come to you, or as they've gathered, they how do I put it? They also bring their contribution on board. But I think one thing that most of the parents were complaining about was outrageous PTA dues they were paying. Some people were paying outrageous dues, and at the end of the day, you don't even know what that money is being used for. There's no transparency, there's no accountability. So with them bringing this PTA back on board, I think it's a great move, and it would help the students as well. Yeah, so it's a very good thing.
Okay, so back to why the PTA was actually abolished. Do you have that? I think I have something here. So, with the introduction of the free senior high school policy in 2017, the government suspended mandatory PTA levies in 2019 to prevent imposing additional financial burden on students and families. So, GES also replaced PTAs with Parents Association. These groups were restructured to operate independently of teachers with strict rules prohibiting mandatory charges. This aimed to ensure that school fees didn't re-emerge indirectly via PTA contributions. And then I have something also here. The Ghana Education Service under the previous government limited the influence of PTAs in the school management system through the suspension of PTA levies in 2019, following the introduction of the free senior high school. This partly occurred after it emerged that some schools' heads were abusing the PTA system. So that is why it was abolished. And then they felt like, since we say it's free senior high school, it is free. So what else do we have to pay for? Just a PTA levies, no. So they felt it was a financial burden on students and then on families. That was what I got from Daily Graphic. Mr. V,
it's wrong.
It's wrong.
It's wrong. What they are saying, that's their perspective.
That's their perspective.
I believe it's wrong because during Kufuor times, education was free from primary level. Mm-hmm. It was free.
That's when we had the Saito. Right?
Yes, we have the Saito and so from then it was free because they realized that most of these young ones do not have interest in education, so they made it free. PTA meeting was there. And there were still contribution ongoing. It's not as if they are going to pay, like PTA meeting contributed. It was before MPP even came into Akufo-Addo's administration came into power. And PTA meeting pay is not as if it's a mandatory for them to pay. But you see, in my first submission, I made a statement that sometimes the school is lacking certain things. And you can call on the government or administration, and it can take a longer period. So I feel like it's a way of the parents appreciating what the teachers are doing and in a way kind of support the government. Because what they pay, I think if you don't attend PTA meeting, you pay like, those times you pay like maybe 10 cedis, yeah, or 20 cedis each parent. If you don't come at all, you pay like 20 cedis. And then that money is gathered. Let's go to our government schools and take it for instance. You get there and then you see that students sit on bare floor. Government institutions, so the chairs are worn out. And so some of these PTA monies are used in repairing of these chairs and then making provisions, basic provision in the means of the school whilst they wait for the government intervention. So with this payment, they awarded that. It's not as if you had the money edge. Yes.
So when the PTA was actually abolished, did you see any form of like impact, either positively or negatively, it made in our schools?
Negative.
Huge of it.
Negative.
Hugely is on
negative. Okay. Immediately they cancelled the PTA meeting. We saw what was happening. And I was using myself for an example that in my school, immediately after you are done with your paper, and then they call for a PTA meeting, you know what is coming up. You are coming with your dad right in the school. And then sometimes they post the result outside. Your dad is sitting close to you. And then if you have certain behaviors, like you portray when teaching is going on, and even when teaching is not going on, they tell you right in the face of your dad. The teacher can blast you like right in front of your dad. And your dad can even support me. My dad, for instance, is not the type that's always supporting a bar. Even if you are doing the wrong thing, he will support the teacher, and you get home, you give it to you there. So that is how it is. And then you see, it makes us behave. Because it's not like a report they'll give it to you and then you send it to your dad where you can use correction fluid to change something and write.
You
see, or you can use correction fluid to change even your position in class. Your dad is sitting right beside you and then they are handing your report. Reports are one casa you. They are handing it to your dad and then they are telling your class teacher will assess you, how you behave, whether you are quiet in class, you are talkative in class, then you know you're sure. And then your dad is reading it before before they give it to like the pressure alone. So it makes us, in a way, we were stubborn though, but in a way we behaved.
You were still comporting yourself.
Yes, we are comporting ourselves. But immediately this PTA meeting was cancelled. Papa not village or he doesn't know. They don't know what is going on in the school. And when I call you on the phone, whatever I tell you is what you believe. So the PTA meeting cancellation has done more harm than good on my side.
All right, Miss Regina, yeah. The PTA meeting, do you think it has done more harm or good when it was abolished by the previous administration?
It is bad. It has caused a whole lot.
It's fine.
A whole lot of atrocities. Because way back in our time of education, when these parents were included in almost all our activities, have you heard of any case of indiscipline? It was there, but it wasn't as high as now. Now students can roam on the streets with cutlass, showcasing
their parents' pistol
to school, showcasing pistols, as you said, discipline another student with a cutlass, blowing someone's eyes off. One case where a student stabbed the teacher in the eye. A whole lot, and still counting. See, trust me, if it was way back, these students wouldn't even have the chance to do that. But now, first off, punishment has been scrubbed in schools. If it was first, even if a parent comes into the school and sees a student doing something otherwise, that parent can reprimand that child. In as much as but to me reprimanding. But this is the case as is here in a time of education now. A teacher post through, so obe correct ya kolano. Because at the end of the day, if I correct you, you might harm me. A case happened in Nigeria. It happened just within this week, where a student, 13-year student, shot the teacher, and now the teacher is dead. All in the name say waboniti, and also a tia. It's not right. Into the coffee, no cosesa. Go on da. What their my base squad, what their my main in charge the day. And the teacher also got angry and ochicha akolani that was wrong on the teacher's part. These students went home that day, came back the following day with a gun and shot the teacher. So now, this is a growing trend in most schools, both JHS and SHS and even primary. Now, indiscipline is the new trend in town. If I'm not being prescribed, yes, that is the new trend.
It's a flex.
So, they scrubbing it was a whole mess. It was a total mess to the school, to the administration, and also to the kids as well. So now that is back, we hope that calm will be restored.
All right. Thank you so much for that submission. Moving on to our next news item. Mahama to introduce regional quotas for security recruitment. President John Dramani Mahama has announced plans by his administration to introduce a regional quota system for recruitment into the country's security system. He made the announcement on Tuesday, July 15, 2025, during a deba at Draboso in the Western North region as part of his nationwide thank you tour. According to President Mahama, the proposed system is aimed at addressing long-standing imbalances in the recruitment process which, he said, has historically favored urban areas and individuals with political connections. We also promised to decentralize recruitment into the security services, President Mahama told the gathering. We are waiting for financial clearance from the Ministry of Finance, and when we get it, every region is going to have a quota to send young people into the security services. He added that under the proposed arrangements, each region would be allocated a fixed number of slots, and any attempt to bypass the process with politically backed lists will not be tolerated. President Mahama's remarks follow growing public concern over the transparency of recruitment processes within the country's security services. In recent years, many young people, especially those from rural areas, have complained about being sidelined by so-called protocol arrangements, which they claimed favor the well-connected. He said the policy is intended to enhance fairness, ensure regional balance, and restore public trust in the operations of the security services. Although financial clearance from the Ministry of Finance is still pending, President Mahama assured that once approval is received, the new recruitment model will be rolled out. The Ghana Armed Forces, Ghana Police Service, and other security agencies are expected to adopt the regional quota upon implementation of the policy. Now, this means that each region, it could be the Asante region, the Western, North, the Northern, the Volta, and all other regions, will be assigned a fixed number of recruits based on predefined criteria, likely population size, regional balance, or development needs. Youth from these regions would have equal opportunities to be recruited, regardless of political affiliation or influence. That is coming from President John Dramani Mahama. What is your overview of this, Ms. Regina?
It's a good thing because it will be a case where this time around it's not politically motivated. There's no favoritism or whatsoever in this issue. I know, and to my best of knowledge, when there are recruitments going on, it happens from the government sectors first, and these people have access to the process they are supposed to do, the forms they are supposed to fill and all that. So just imagine you're in the government sector and you've heard of a great opportunity like this. The first thing you do is contact family and friends. And before the recruitment forms or whatsoever would even get out there, they've recruited a whole lot of people, because I would say the basics is with these people. As I said, when it comes out, they make sure that they link their family and friends first. So here's the case where now in every region, at least, if maybe they are looking for 1 million people, if every region is supposed to bring maybe 20 people each, without no favoritism, this is not politically motivated or whatsoever.
No protocol.
This is exactly no protocol. This is a chance for everyone to have a share of the national cake. It's a very good thing. The national cake, there we all chop some before he leaves Pa. So I think it's a good thing.
We all chop some before he leaves Pa. So I'm waiting for mine.
I'm waiting for mine. Yeah, so I think it will also promote fairness and equal opportunity for everyone across the regions. Yeah, so it's a good one.
That's a good one. All right, Miss Debbie.
Yeah, it is. What she said got me laughing. It's nice if every region equally enjoy the national cake, and some time ago, it's like based on only a particular region, and I feel President Mahama is doing this because he wants every Ghanaian who is interested to dive into the security sector gets a fair opportunity, because we are living in a country where even if you want to file a form, I have to leave all the way from the OT region to Accra to come and file a form because the main office is here. I have to leave all the way from the northern region, from the Volta region to Accra. So now that it's going to be a fair play. People will be recruited. I think there'll be people that will be assigned from Greater Accra to go to all these regions, or we even have people there because we have security personnel in all these regions. So I'm sure they will gather themselves there, and then you can go and pick a form, file it because you are interested in this security service. It's not a way of you traveling all the way from spending money and a whole lot. And aside that too, everyone will have a fair share, and then it will feel like the government have me in mind. So if I'm somewhere in the northern region, a village in the northern region, I feel like maybe this is only for people in this side, because there is this notion that even if when you come you don't have anyone, like you know nobody. And we live in an instance where it is whom you know protocol. So if the government is sending it to all the region, I think that kind of notion will mellow itself, and then everyone will get to file, and we'll have it will be nice. You have people from the northern sector, from the Volta region, from the Oti region, from the Bono region, Savannah region, all partaking in the security service.
But why is it that when they are recruiting people, they focus mainly on those in the urban, as like the city people, then they leave the... Is it that they feel they are not competent enough, or maybe their level of education or training is not meeting to their criteria or something? Because it actually look as if they've been sidelined, like they don't even look at them at all.
Yes. And it's basically a cra. That is why even if I'm from the northern region and I feel like I want to join, I have to come all the way from North. Come and get a place in Accra. If I'm supposed to book a hotel, I'll book the hotel. I remember some time ago they were showing a people, 1,000 people queuing because they want to go into the military, and after I saw some people crying because they said they didn't meet the criteria. They said they don't want short people, they don't want people with stretch mark, they don't want
people with stretch marks. What has that got to do with training? They don't want
people with stretch mark. They don't want people with stretch mark. They don't want short people. They need giant. You get it? Body.
But even going to the security service, is it must it be always based on the body? Because I feel like intelligence also plays. Sometimes you have to be critical.
But when it comes
to
the
body is there. How do you?
We have this notion that people who have the body can fight. Imagine walking and then you have it. You get it?
You've seen Balu.
3 people behind you. Like that is the notion we have.
Balu
That is the notion we have. But when you look at the Western world, then you take a look at their security personnel. Most of them are very like the slim type, and it's nice. But when you come to Yanamu, our people, we need the people with this, and I feel like it is intruded by an upper hand. Even before you get there, they already know the people they will pick. And that is why I wasn't surprised when they were sacking about 500 people. Because how come you go there? An interior minister made a revelation that they got hold of one person who failed all his WASI papers, like F9 throughout. But he was recruited. You know, sometimes it's not only about the results. He has the passion for the thing, but results in it. But all this thing counts. See, if you want to be a doctor, there are certain criteria you're supposed to meet. You're supposed to get a single digit. Without single digit, the core subject, you have to get A1 in chains. If you don't get it, then you have no option to go and do general nursing, and then at the end of the day, you keep pursuing till you get to where you want to get to. But now it's not like that. So with like this, I feel like it's a fair play.
Equality. All right. Parliament open to renaming Kia Kotoka International Airport. The Roads and Transportation Committee of Parliament has expressed its readiness to consider a proposal to rename the Kotoka International Airport should an official request be formally submitted. This response follows growing public concern over the airport named after Lieutenant General Emmanuel Kotoka, a military figure who played a central role in the 1966 coup that overthrew Ghana's first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Among the voices calling for the name change is His Eminence Cardinal Peter Kojo Appiah Texan. a globally respected Catholic leader and advocate for peace and justice, anti-corruption campaigner, who has also described the continued use of Kotoka's name for a key national asset as both historically and morally inappropriate. Chairman of the committee, Mr. Isaac Ejay Mensah, speaking to City News on Wednesday, noted that while there is no formal proposal before the committee, the matter could warrant national dialogue if public interest continues to grow. He said, "This is a national issue. Kotoka International Airport is globally recognized as Ghana's main airport, but if, over time, prominent leaders and a significant portion of the public believe the name no longer reflects our values or current realities, then a national conversation would be necessary." He also added, if the majority of Ghanaians express a desire for a change, why not consider it? For now, though it's more of a general sentiment, until Parliament is formally notified, the committee cannot initiate any proceedings, Ejay Mensah added. Miss Debbie, yes, they want to change the name.
Kotoka International.
To Kwame Nkrumah.
Kwame Nkrumah International Airport. Aye.
Yeah.
It sounds nice. It sounds nice. I think we talked about this some time ago.
Yeah,
right?
some time back.
It sounds nice. Kwame Nkrumah International Airport, yes. Trust me, anyone who wants to know how Kotoka came about will get to know the history. And we are supposed to name national assets by people who left the right legacy or by people who left a good marks out there. We go for excursion every day.
Yeah.
I get to Kotoka. The name sounds so sweet. I don't know where he got that name from. And I told him, so fine, Kotoka International Airport. And I want to know the history about Kotoka. Only to get to know that he was part of the people who overthrew Kwame Nkrumah. So then why are you naming him? Is there any other positive thing he has done which maybe we have no idea about? Then let us know. Because I side with them to change the name Kotoka International Airport to Kwame Nkrumah International Airport. The only problem is that Kotoka is known nationwide. Internationally, everybody knows Kotoka. And so for the first time, it will be very, very difficult. People end up calling Kotoka before they come, oh, sorry, Kwame Nkrumah International
Airport.
I bet you it will take some time before we'll get used to it. But then we should also think about the other side. This is something we'll pass on from generation to generation. The last time I was saying that none of us knew Kwame Nkrumah. In my mother's womb, I know nothing about Kwame Nkrumah. I got to this world and I was told that there is a history. And this history is about a particular man who fought for the country, gained independence for the country, and the person is called Kwame Nkrumah. That is what I know. And up to now, I can also say I know Kwame Nkrumah because this and that was what he did. And when it comes to Kotoka, what did he do? To overthrow Kwame Nkrumah. Oh, that's bad.
So are you for or against it that the name should be changed?
I'm for the motion. I'm not against the motion.
You are for it that
for
the
the
name
motion.
should be...
Kwame Nkrumah International. I bet you, but
do you have any other name in mind to...
Right now, I don't have any other name, but as I said the other time, we can do acronym. We pick Nkrumah's maybe first two name or Sajifo second two name. Then we merge it together and get
see how it's going to sound like. Miss Regina.
Yeah. So she has said all.
No.
So the little add to it. As she said, when it comes to national monuments, or when you want to name something with a name, it should be someone who is disciplined, someone who is well respected, someone who people look up to, someone who has how should I say it, good values. It should be someone like that. And now she said, this man Ankasa Kotoka, he is part of the people who overthrew our first president, Kwame Nkrumah. He's part of them. And see, I dream Ben about him saying, let me name this airport to this name. And your airport in Ghana for penny use wo. Almost everyone worldwide uses that airport. First off, it's a disrespect to Kwame Nkrumah's name. Secondly, it's also a disgrace to our country. Because enyefe Kotoka International edini de etasum eye de pa Kotoka International eye de pa. But ask yourself, was this person known for the right thing? Was this person known for the good thing? He's like a criminal. Just imagine President Mahama building what is it called? A ShopRite, maybe anything for the national. Then wakokofa atai. Then wakokofa atai supermarkets. What would people think? So they should rename it for that. I'm in support of it. They should rename it, even if they need to go back to the main name as we all used to know, Accra International Airport, before it was changed to that. It's far better. Even someone found to Kwame Nkrumah, they should send it to the former states rather than Kotoka International Airport, criminal airport.
Hey, criminal airport. That was so harsh. But do you have any other name in mind? They should give it maybe after your grandfather.
After who? Osajifo International Airport.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So they should change it. They should rename it.
Yeah. So that is it. So they said they haven't sent it to Parliament officially. So
they
as it stands
they should be
right
fast.
now.
It will be passed.
Yeah. So unless they take it there before they can take it up and then discuss if indeed they should be changed to Osajifo, Kwame Nkrumah, or whatever name they think is deemed it right to be given. All right. Thank you so much for your contributions and thank you for joining the news headline. Up next, we have Debbie Shore.
Welcome to Debbie's Grill, where we talk about issues that concern the state, void of politics, fear, or favor. The governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Asiama, has retreated that the US dollar is not recognized as legal tender in the country. As such, should not be accepted as a standard means of payment for goods and services within the country. So, speaking at the APSA Quarterly Banking Roundtable on Thursday, July 17th, Dr. Asiama emphasized that both businesses and consumers are fully within their right to refuse dollar payment, reinforcing the exclusive legal status of the Ghanaian cedi. Let me say that the dollar is not legal tender. It cannot go everywhere the cedi goes. The dollar is not a legal tender in the country. What it means is if you pay me in dollars for service or something I sell to you, I have every right to say no, I will not accept it. He urged the public to play an active role in supporting the cedi stability by insisting on its use in all commercial transactions, noting that this is not only a legal obligation but also a civic duty. This is not only a legal obligation but a civic duty, and that is where we failed. And that is where we failed. You see, that is why the cedi and the dollar is chasing each other. And today you see the cedi gathering strength against the dollar. And then within a twinkle of an eye, the cedi is weak again. You know why? Because we don't use more of our cedi, or we don't make much use of the cedi. I know of schools in Ghana where they pay fees in dollars. Yes, they pay fees in dollars. You cannot go and be paying fees, but the owners of the school, they are Ghanaians. But you have to pay the fees in dollars. That is only if you want your ward to be enrolled in the school. I know of supermarkets, I know of shops that when you go to purchase for your groceries or your goods, you are supposed to pay in dollars. Right here in Ghana, I've not been to USA or America before, but then have you gone and then you've seen any of the shops purchasing, their goods or services in cities before? No. So long as you are there, you have to do everything in dollars. Even if you want to buy a common scarf, you have to buy it in dollars because that is what they spend there. But when you come to our country, I don't know what is our problem. You are a Ghanaian, and God gave you a very good idea to come up with a shop or a school. Doing that, you are giving back to the country because you are going to enroll people from the country, students from the country, and it's like you giving back to the society. And the only thing you can do is to suppress your own money and then focusing on another country's currency. How do we expect the cedi to equalize with the dollar whilst we are not ready to do so? It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense at all. You get to a shop and they tell you, aha, you're cedi or you're dollar. Like how? You go to pay for fees and then they tell you, no, you can't pay in cedis, you have to pay in dollars. And those schools are notes. They are noted to be reputable schools in the country. And you have to pay it in dollars. Recently, this is not about a shop or a school. I went to a banana seller to buy banana and granola. She told me she doesn't take coins. She doesn't take the 20 pesos. 20 pesos, you can add up 20 pesos to get 1 cedi. She told me she doesn't take the 20 pesos. So I should give her the 1 cedi and because I know the coins, the paper. And I was like, what is this? You don't take coins. She told me if it is coins, she's not going to take the money. This is where we've gotten to. Our own money. And now they are making the coins so useless. You cannot use 10 pesos to buy anything. You cannot use 20 pesos. Now when you're holding 50 pesos, you don't even know whether you should leave it somewhere or, get a money box and be saving it so that they amount to something something useful. Because coins is no more useful in the country at all. First, you can buy tom 20 pesos. Now you cannot even buy tom 20 pesos because tom is now 50 pesos. So 20 pesos has now become useless, 10 pesos has become useless, and gradually they are fading away because they are of no use. A Ghanaian telling me she's not taking 20 pesos. She's not taking coins. She's going in for only papers. But they are part of the money we spend. And recently, the governor was saying that these coins, in a way, help stabilize the cedi. But no. I believe it's about time we go on the street and then the traders, we educate them on some of these things because they don't understand. And now when they are going to buy something, I have to be careful so that I get the papers because they'll tell me they don't take coins. And I wouldn't be surprised, the time will come, you're going to purchase pure water for 1 cedi and it's not going to be coins, it's going to be paper. If the coins will be of no use, I'm not sure they will bring it. We still have countries that spend coins. But I don't know, Ghana, yes, we've gotten to where we are crossing barriers of coins. We are getting to an era where we cannot use coins any longer. Because when it's happening like that, you are putting pressure on the papers. Since we cannot use coins, 10 pesos is of no use, 20 pesos is no, even 50 pesos now is of no value. You can only use 50 pesos to buy pure water. And then use 50 pesos to buy some candies. That's all. You cannot use it for anything. And you see, the Bank of Ghana is telling you, make use of the coins, not only the coins. Avoid taking dollars. Avoid it. You are in Ghana. You are not in UK. You are not in US. You are not in Canada. This is Ghana. 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 Let's make good use of our own currency. We are the cause. We are part. Seriously, we are part. You go to a restaurant, and you know this restaurant, you don't pay before you eat. After you are eating, they'll come and, after you are done eating, they'll come and bill you. You'll be surprised. They'll tell you that they are taking their money in dollars. And imagine you came there without no dollar. How are you going to sort yourself out? Let's make use of our currency. I believe the government is trying its possible best. Let's also help him, because we are making things, we the citizens are making things difficult. Because some people have already made up their mind. They've already made up their mind that this is what they are doing. And they feel like you cannot tell them what to do because it is theirs. The school is for me. The shop belongs to me. I use my own money in setting it up, and so you cannot tell me what to do. Yes, we cannot tell you what to do. But so long as you find yourself in Ghana, and the currency of Ghana is cedis, let's make use of the cedis, not the dollar. When you get to the Western world, then you can make use of it. That is why I said that from the beginning. I said I've not been to any of this Western country before. But then I'm not sure you will get there, and then they'll tell you that they don't, in their own country, they are rejecting dollars and they're taking cedis. No. Even when you get to airport, you are going to US and you get to airport and you have cedis, you have to change it. You have to change it into dollars so that when you get there, you won't get yourself wanting. There is a place for you to change the currency into the country you are going to, the currency they use there. Even if the whites are coming to Ghana, immediately they get to the airport, they change their currency into cedis. Yes, they do that. But our own is different. And it's harming us. We feel like, oh, we are on top, yes, because we are paying in dollars, but no. We are part of this brouhaha surrounding the economy and a whole lot. We are part, seriously, because we are refusing to learn. You see, we are 90% of the people in this country, they're educated, but they are educated illiterate. Excuse me. They're educated illiterate, not as if they don't know the right thing. They know it, but they will still do opposite of what they are supposed to do. And I feel saddened when you have to sit here and then tell them, no, it's not as if they don't know the right thing. They know exactly the right from the wrong, but they'll always prefer the wrong for their own selfish gain, which is not helping us as a country. The earlier we notice this, the better for us. The better for us. Let's value our own currency. Let's make good use of our own currency. And stop condoning other currencies in the country. You see people proud when they have dollar in their purse. It's nice. But it's not helping us. When you get there, you can spend the dollars you want. But when you get to Ghana, realize that Ghana, we spend cedis and not dollars. And that is why the cedi cannot fight the dollar. They are always fighting, but the dollar will always win. Why? Because we are condoning it more in our own country. And it's like we are rejecting our own. And that's very bad. The earlier we change, the better. Thank you for making time with me on Debbie's Girl.
Thank you so much, Miss Debbie, for that, girl. Use the CD. Make good use of the CD. That is coming from Miss Debbie. All right, thank you so much. Today in history, we have Miss Regina. What do you have for us?
Today in history, Allied forces captured the French town of Saint-Lô during World War II. Saint-Lô was a key strategic location, serving as a vital communications hub. and a gateway for the Allied advance into Normandy. The capture of Saint-Lô was a significant event in the Battle of Normandy, marking a turning point in the Allied push towards the liberation of France. Nelson Mandela was born on July 18, 1918, and became one of the most celebrated people on the planet, representing to many a formidable example of someone who was able to forgive his oppressors while providing a powerful voice for those who had been oppressed. Mandela served as president of South Africa from 1994 to 1999, the first person ever to be elected in a fully representative democratic election in that country. Moving on, the trial of 8 Chicago White Sox players accused of accepting bribes to deliberately lose the 1919 World Series opens in Chicago. All 8 are eventually acquitted but banned from baseball for life, nothing less. Moving on, 21 people are shot to death at McDonald's. James Oliver Hupeti opens fire in a crowded McDonald's restaurant in San Isidro, California, killing 21 people and wounding 19 others with several semi-automatic weapons. Minutes later, James has left home telling his wife, "I'm going hunting for humans." James, who had a history of mental problem, lost his job in Ohio the previous year. He brought his family to San Diego and worked as a security guard until he was fired again. A month before the shootings, his wife claimed that James called a mental health clinic to make an appointment for counseling, but was never called back. James had a love affair with guns, keeping a small arsenal in his bedroom. Neighbors described him as very angry, bringing several of these guns into the McDonald's 2 miles from the Mexican border. James demanded that the 45 patrons get on the floor. He then walked across the restaurant, calmly shooting people. He killed 20 in the first 10 minutes, including 4 who tried to escape. There were so many shots fired that the police first assumed that there was more than one gunman inside, firing at a fire truck that responded to the scene. James also grazed one firefighter with a bullet. An hour after the shooting began, an employee managed to escape through the basement and informed the SWAT team that James was alone and without hostages. With this information, sharpshooters were told to take him out. A marksman sent a shot through James' chest and killed him. Looking at some few observances for the day. Nelson Mandela International Day. It is celebrated annually, honoring the legacy of Nelson Mandela, the former South African president and anti-apartheid revolutionary. The day recognizes his contribution to the culture of peace and freedom, and it encourages people to make a difference in their communities. This day is also World Listening Day. It is an annual event held on July 18th annually. It is a global event that promotes mindful listening and encourages people to engage with their auditory environment. Lastly, Perfect Family Day. It is celebrated annually to appreciate and celebrate the unique bond of family. It's not about finding the perfect family, but rather recognizing and valuing the love, respect, trust, and understanding that makes a family special. The day encourages families to connect, create memories, and strengthen their relationship through shared experiences. And that's all for today on Today in History and some observances of the day, live on GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much, Miss Regina, for Today in History and some observances of the day. Today is National World Listening Day. We are supposed to listen to each other. Give a listening ear to people. Those are when they send you messages, you don't like replying. Today is the day that you have to listen to them. Please, today is World Listening Day. Go and listen to them. And maybe they'll ask you for money, but you said, Miss?
If only they are making sense.
If only today is listening day, so tolerate anything bad that will come your way. Just listen to them, you know. And today is also Nelson Mandela's birthday, right? Good. Today is Nelson Mandela's birthday. Yeah. So before we leave the seat, yesterday Mr. Okujeto Ablakwa came to warn Igbo leader. He said, "Respect Ghana laws and desist from divisive conduct." Did you saw the viral video where he said that he's coming to build an Igbo kingdom right here in Ghana? How did you react to that? Because me, when I said, I was like, they like the audacity. Like, you leave your country, Nigeria. Yeah. Do you have a kingdom in Nigeria?
I don't really know much about that, but for other countries, I know the same way we have embassies of other countries, right?
This is Ghana. Kingdom, more like traditional.
When you go to other countries, they have Ashanti Kingdom, if I'm mistaken. Producer. I believe that other countries, they have Ashanti Kingdoms there. Yeah.
Oh, Jamaica.
Yeah.
So
you think other countries.
So you think it's okay for him to?
It's not okay. It's not okay because, to my best of knowledge, they already have a Nigerian community right here in Ghana.
Right here in Ghana, yes.
So coming again to create what or build whatever is not necessary. Please, we Ghanaians, we value our peace. We beg you.
And culture,
exactly.
For that matter.
We are not saying we don't like you, in as much as Ghanaians are known to be peaceful and very welcoming. Excuse me to say, it doesn't mean we are stupid. We don't know what we are doing. We don't wash our face upwards. We beg. We value our peace because I'm not saying these people are notorious, but looking at certain things they do even in their country, just imagine these people come here, the things they will do. You are creating a small community. That is where the, excuse me to say, the atrocities and other things will start from. So we beg.
So upon a meeting with Mr. Ablakwa, he confirmed that the video is actually an old video, which was an old interview from 2013, and is now going viral. It's on Pamacho. Viral video from 2013. It has a different agenda, you think?
Yes.
So
why
didn't it make waves that time?
He has a different agenda.
You think so?
The place was set like, you know, movies, how Nigeria, their chiefs, and then they did everything. Or no version in our Ghana. And then we are condoning it. A year will come and he will be claiming the land with us.
All right. That was it on the first segment of the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. We'll be going for the news shortly.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide, I'm Mr. Level Bam. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry bro. Our GhanaTalks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, we're gonna talk about our culture, our history. Matuni ding setete abakwa sem. Now on the Friday, you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say it. No artists go join me in the studio. We're gonna discuss about music and business. Konya, or you singer, and now you rapper, you think say you get bars. You go fi spit fire. Now listen, make you join me with studios. Our GhanaTalks Radio, and yes, say then our day. Me say download the GhanaTalks Radio app, no, our Play Store and the App Store. Not tune in, and say this what you see, but live on Facebook, Cointakra, any GhanaTalks Radio page, and so now listen. I bet you fire 1 year, Konya, Wading, Jajan.
We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news right here on GTR.
Good morning and welcome to the morning news broadcast on GhanaTalks Radio. Coming up, minority walks out of parliament over majority leader's remarks on Equatia seat. President Mahama calls for unity behind Asante-Hin's peace initiative in Boku. Richmond rocks and criticizes Akufo-Addo government over energy ministry mismanagement. These and many more coming up shortly in business, sports and showbiz. Do stay with us for the detail. The minority in parliament staged a walkout in protest against comments made by the majority leader Mahama Yariga concerning the yet-to-be-declared vacancy of Akwatia parliamentary seat following the death of the Member of Parliament Ernest Yakumi. Ayariga, raising the matter during proceedings, questioned Speaker Bagbin on when the seat will be formally declared vacant. He referred to a recent visit by parliamentary leadership to the late Member of Parliament's family, noting that the death had been acknowledged during that interaction. In response, Speaker clarified that Parliament could not proceed with declaring the seat vacant or notify the Electoral Commission until it receives formal communication from the bereaved family. The situation grew tense when Ayariga alleged that the New Patriotic Party had already circulated campaign posters featuring the late Member of Parliament widow, Mavis Kumi, indicating her intention to contest the anticipated by-election. The minority found Ayariga's comment inappropriate and insensitive, describing them as premature and politicizing a period of mourning. In protest, they walk out of the chamber.
The majority leader found today of all this to remind us of the very devastating news we had on the 7th of July. Why? Majority leader is already calling for an election. We are just now aware that he's also the electoral commissioner. He made a submission on the floor. The speaker ruled him out. He still did not see the insensitive nature of losing a friend and a colleague who had to fight and get into this parliament. All that majority leader is thinking about is an election. All that the majority leader is thinking about is to show to the whole world that he, leader of parliament, of government business, is insensitive. It's very sad. We are here and we are wondering, do we have even friends? We are wondering, do we have colleagues? Does he think about anybody's health? Does he think about the family of our very lovely friend, Ernest Yakumi, and colleague? It doesn't matter. In fact, it matters not whether you are an MPP or an NDC. But we've always thought and believed that we cared for ourselves. Today, the majority leader has shown us that each one for himself, God for us all. It's so sad. It's so insensitive. We are crying, we are thinking, we are mourning. And the majority leader comes today to tell us that MPP has already had posters out there, when in fact and in truth, that is not the case. This is so... we are lost for words. And we need you to understand that this walkout we have staged is not out of disrespect to the Right Honorable Speaker in particular, because he even directed him as to the way to go, but he was still insisting. And we call on you to let you understand that out of deference to the Ghanaian people.
President Mahama urges all functions in the Boko conflict to rally behind the Asante-Hin's peace effort. His call follows renewed violence that left 2 soldiers shot and civilians allegedly attacked. He stressed the need of soldiers as peacekeepers and not targets, whilst urging restraint from all parties involved. President Mahama assured the community of working tirelessly to address the situation and ensure everyone live without fear of violence. To expedite the peace process, President Mahama announced plans to make key appointments, including Ministers of Defense, Interior Minister, National Security Advisor, and coordinators who will prioritize peace in Boko.
The protracted conflict in Boko continues to pose a grave challenge to our national peace and regional harmony. Boko, which has always been a booming and prosperous commercial center, is now a pale shadow of itself. Nobody is happy about this situation. Youth move around on motorcycles with sophisticated assault rifles and fire indiscriminately. The conflict has affected everyone: Bamprusis, Kusasis, Bises, Moshis, Hausas, and all other ethnic groups living in the area. Many professionals have fled the area, and public service workers are refusing to be posted to Boko. Let me commend your Royal Majesty for the dignified and statesmanlike manner in which you have responded to these tensions. Your calm and reasonable voice has been a source of guidance to many, and I sincerely appreciate your commitment to peace. I was with His Royal Majesty Nana Osei Tutu II 2 days ago, and he briefed me on the cooperation you have given him in finding a final traditional solution to the conflict. I commend you for the concessions you are willing to make in order to see lasting peace in Boko. I take this opportunity to humbly urge all stakeholders to speed up the mediation process so that peace can return to Boko in order that residents can return to their normal lives as soon as possible.
Official spokesperson and head of communications at the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition, Richmond Roxon, has disclosed levels of mismanagement of government institutions by the Akufo-Addo administration. According to him, all agencies under the Energy Ministry was collapsed by the New Patriotic Party. He questioned those that raised concerns about transparency and accountability causing financial loss to the state.
If you look at our reserves, our exploration and production, if you look at our refinery capacity, if you look at Ghana Gas as an institution, the Tuabo that we built, if you look at Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing Company, if you look at Gridco, that's the transmission lines, and almighty ECG, there's not a single agency under the ministry that we haven't encountered serious challenges, like very, very serious challenges. Some will border on mismanagement, some will border on outright corruption, some procurement breaches, some pure incompetence. And you would wonder why the government would go that route. Because if you have the mandate of the people, you just have to deliver. Even if you will not deliver, at least don't sink the sector. And that is what they did. They completely messed the oil refinery up. As at December 2024, they left a debt of $517 million. They hadn't audited the account for 6 years. 6 years. In fact, they practically handed over the refinery to foreigners. That is what it is now. And this government has had to take the bull by the horn to take steps to now get the refinery to be operating under the management of under the new. There's several investigations ongoing, and that's why I said that as a ministry, my minister's posture is not to rant, is to fix the problems. And in fixing the problems, obviously, if you communicate that, people will know where we are as an institution. Moving forward, you also look at ECG, for example. ECG's problems are just a total mess. And serious procurement breaches. You have
Two members of the New Patriotic Party, Idrisu Boateng Kojo, have filed a motion for an interlocutory injunction at the High Court in Accra, seeking to stop the party's upcoming extraordinary National Delegates Conference. The motion, filed on July 14th through their legal counsel Ajimandria of Caris Brit Legal Consult, requests that the court restrain the New Patriotic Party from holding the scheduled conference at the University of Ghana Stadium from July 18th to 20th, 2025. The plaintiff argued that the conference should be halted pending the final determination of a substantive legal challenge they have brought against the party. In court documents seen by this reporter, the plaintiff claimed that the organization of the conference is in breach of certain party procedures and could prejudice outcome of the ongoing case. They are therefore asking the court to preserve the status quo until the legal issues raised are addressed. The application, filed under Order 25 of CI 47, also asks the court to grant any further orders it deems necessary to ensure fairness and justice in the matter. As of the time of filing this report, the New Patriotic Party had not issued an official response to the injunction application. The Extraordinary Delegates Conference is a major event on the New Patriotic Party's political calendar, typically used to deliberate on key party matters and make high-level decisions. Any disruption could have significant implications for the party's internal dynamics, with the 2028 election on the horizon. In business, the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Asiama, has categorically stated that the dollar is not a legal tender in Ghana that can be used to pay for goods and services. He pointed out that the business and individuals can reject the dollar when used as a medium of payment in the country. Appealing to the public to support the central bank in its effort to stabilize the cedi for the long term, Dr. Asiama urged businesses to reject dollars and rather demand the cedi for payment of goods and services. He added that accepting the cedi as the only currency for payment is not only legal but a civil responsibility that will grow the economy to stimulate growth and development. He cautioned that even though a few speculators may desire to pursue selfish interests, expecting volatility, the overall riding team must be focused on collective game of the economy. Dr. Asiama stressed the need for Ghanaians to see the cedi as a national asset which must be protected, using the rightful money for its intended purpose. This, he said, underscores the pride and integrity in the currency.
Act confers exclusive authority on the Bank of Ghana on the issue of issuing currency, and the Act designates the Ghanaian cedi as legal tender for all transactions conducted within the Republic. And let me say that the dollar is not legal tender. It cannot go everywhere the cedi goes. The dollar is not legal tender in Ghana. What it means is if you pay me in dollars for service or something I sell to you, I have every right to say no, I will not accept it, right? So why do we allow the dollar to go everywhere the cedi goes?
Still on business, the Ghana Union of Traders Association has called on the Bank of Ghana to significantly reduce the policy rates in its next monetary policy review, citing improved economic indicators and high borrowing costs facing businesses. The union argues that the currency policy rate is stifling growth as high commercial lending rates make credit unaffordable for many local businesses. With inflation coming down, we believe the conditions arise for a substantial policy rate. This will allow businesses to access credit more affordably and support economic recovery, said Joseph Paddy, Guta's Director of Communications. Inflation, which stood at 23.5% at the beginning of the year, has now fallen to 10.7%, prompting the union to call for a corresponding drop in the policy rate, which currently sits at 28%. The Ghana Union Traders Association says a lower policy rate would not only ease financial pressure on traders, but also enhance the competitiveness of Ghanaian businesses within the sub-region. The Bank of Ghana is expected to announce its next monetary policy decision following the meeting of its Monetary Policy Committee on July 17, 2025. In a related development, the Abosokan Spare Part Dealers Association has called on the government to review import duties on spare parts to reflect the current exchange rate. Speaking to reporters, the association's head of communication, Tachi Ado, acknowledged recent efforts by the government to streamline port charges, but said the exchange rate used to calculate duties remains out of step with market realities. The association says the disparity between the official port exchange rate and the open market rate is causing prices to rise, affecting both traders and consumers. Abosokan, located in Accra, is a key hub for Ghana's automotive industry and serves customers across West Africa. Traders warn that without a fairer duty structure, businesses could be forced to pass on higher costs to consumers. The Finance Ministry is yet to respond to the association's concern. To sports, Deputy Ranking Member on the Parliamentary Select Committee of Sports, Michael Edu, has stated that the government body will ensure that Ghana's national women's football team, the Black Queens, are well-resourced and motivated. He said this in the lead-up to the Black Queens quarter-final game against Algeria in the 2024 CAF Women's AFCON on Saturday, July 19th. In an exclusive interview, Michael Edu, who doubles as a member of parliamentary for Foricrom constituency, touched on report of paid remuneration for Black Queens. As it stands now as a member of the committee, I do not have update, but it is something that we have requested from the minister, and the minister had indicated that we are following up, and he was sure that something will be done, but we will continue to follow up and make sure that the right thing is done so that the women are well resourced and they are well motivated, he said. Deputy Ranking Member of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Sports, Michael Edu, says Ghana's Black Queens qualified to the Women's AFCON quarterfinals for the first time since 2016 and will take on either Morocco or Mali in the semi-finals. Still on sports, Communications Director of the Ghana Football Association, Harry Asante Chum, says the Black Queens are fully focused on reaching the semi-finals of the 2024 Women's African Cup of Nations as they prepare to face Algeria in the quarter-finals. Ghana secured their spot in the last 8 after a resounding 4-1 win over Tanzania, and Asante Chum believes the performance showed just how much the players wanted to stay in the tournament. The players knew anything short of a win in the last game would mean packing their bags and returning home. That's what they wanted to avoid, so they went all out against Tanzania. Reflecting on the group stage journey, he acknowledged the tough start against defending champions South Africa, but praised the team's resilience throughout. The first game did not go according to plan. We played well, hit the crossbar 3 times, created chances, but we were chiddered and lost 2-0. Against Mali, it was another difficult game. The Noah set up well and caught us early, but I like the spirit. These girls did not give up. He signaled out Chantel, Grace Asante and Priscilla Edubia as some of the standout performance so far, noting the positive impacts of individual effort within the team's collective push. Edubia stepped in well for the suspended Boadua, and I think Chantal and Grace have also been outstanding. Collectively, they've done what we all hoped for. Progress from the group. I watched them against Nigeria. They are a good team, very intense, very direct, but technical team has a fair idea of what to expect and is preparing the players accordingly. He concluded with a bold statement of belief in the Queen's quality. We belong to the best, so we have to try as much as possible to make it to the last four. We have not reached the semi since 2016. That's quite a long time. It will not be easy, but we are ready to go past Algeria. The Black Queens take on Algeria in the quarterfinals on Saturday, July 19th. The winner will face either Morocco or Mali in the semi-finals. To showbiz, Ghanaian Afro dancehall artist Stonebwoy has addressed the common perception that African artists, particularly Nigerians, are performing on global stages due to the major record labels they are signed to. Stonebwoy has dismissed such notions, stating that African artists rather need the right investors, not major record labels, to perform on global stages. In an interview, he explained that what is needed most is to achieve such success in an investment, not necessarily an affiliation to a major record label. He further elaborated on the different kinds of deal artists signed with record labels. According to him, these agreements vary and not all of them guarantee financial backing from the label. Recording labels have different sets of agreements. There is licensing agreement that you can license your songs on. Some people have a 360 agreement where the labels are in charge of everything from marketing to everything else. Therefore, they are able to invest their money and everything is coming to them basically, he said. Stonebwoy mentioned that another factor is the focus of these major record labels based in the United States, noting that they don't focus on African artists. He believes Nigerian artists, who are often seen leading the charge on global stage, work with independent investors who support their crafts. The major labels, most of them are from the outside America, and they are focused on artists not from African artists. These are Nigerian counterparts that do the big stuff. They do so many things for themselves. They have independent investors who actually support. It's not a matter of having a big record label, he added. And that's how we end it on the morning news broadcast. Do want to log on to www.GhanaTalksRadio.com for more news updates. Do have a good morning.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide, I'm Mr. Level Band. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry bro. Our GhanaTalks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, we're gonna talk about our culture, our history. Matuni ding setete abako sem. Now on the Friday, you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say it. No artists go join me in the studio. We're gonna discuss about music and business. Konya, or you singer, and now you rapper, you think say you get bars. You go fit spit fire. Now listen, make you join me with studios. Our GhanaTalks Radio, and yes, say then our day. Me say download the GhanaTalks Radio app, no, our Play Store, any App Store. No tune in, and say this is what you see. Baba live on Facebook, Cointakra, any GhanaTalks Radio page, and this now listen. About your fire, 1 year, Konya, Wading, Jajan.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com. ghanatalksradio.co or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. A good morning to you, wherever you are watching us and listening to us from in the studios of Ghana Talks Radio. My name is Pakwesio Mare, and you know it's the weekend edition of the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. And as usual, we bring you the best of the best of the best on the weekends. And yes, today is a triple threat in the studio. The NDC communicator hasn't joined yet, but he will be joining us soon. But yeah, we have a surprise guest in the studios with us today. Daniel is going to heat it up for the NPP today. And yes, as usual, we know how Mr. Ultra Bexon always does it, taking his political stance and the neutral grounds, saying it exactly how it is. Mr. Audrey, good morning, sir.
Good morning, PK, to you and the cherished viewers and listeners as well.
Sure. How has it been? A week over our heads.
The week has been good. Once we have the gift of life, God has been good to us.
Sure.
And the week has been good as well. From starting from the Sunday up to today being Friday.
Okay.
There have been ups and downs. But then once Elohim has sustained our life, we have no option than to say Alhamdulillah. God is good. And He's been kind to us.
Great. I think the last time you were here was exactly a week today, where right after the show we had to join up the Ablekuma North constituency to witness and experience the rerun of the Ablekuma North parliamentary elections. I mean, you were there on ground. How did it go?
Well, PK, let me greet my brother in the studio.
Sure.
Bro. Good morning, nice meeting you too for the first time.
I don't even know why you are the person to let him speak in. You have a style. Let me off his mic.
So greetings to my brother, and then once again to your very self, and then our viewers and then listeners as well.
Sure.
You know that, PK, I had a keen interest in the Ablekuma North elections.
A very keen one.
The reason being that I realized and saw that there is something that I termed aiding and abetment on the part of the EC. Trying to aid and then abet to favor a political party, which is the NDC. So I was really of the firm view and believe that we should never subvert the will of the people. And that if people have queue to vote for and on behalf of Fekwe Free, then let their vote stand and then be counted. So I had a keen interest trying to know what the outcome of the said election will be. So, you know, the Friday I was in the studio here, seated in the very seat that my big brother is seated in. So from here, I left to the venue to go witness Obibesi my eyes to see exactly to see what exactly is transpiring. You know, PK, I went there. By and large, I was able to visit few polling stations, and everything was extremely peaceful. In most of the polling, I couldn't visit all the 19 polling stations, but the ones that I could, I did. But the ones I visited, voting was going on peacefully. You know, people even had the zeal to be leaving their various homes, coming in persons, go and queue nicely. They will leave back to their homes. But there's this very particular polling station that became the talk of the day, and then the brouhaha that we are all. It is in the space that everybody is discussing, which is the Methodist polling station. Personally, I was there. So whatever happened, say, an eyewitness. I was an eyewitness to whatever transpired there. And PK, to be very honest with you, what I witnessed on Friday, say, hey, is that the future for any election to happen in Ghana?
Really?
This level of hooliganism, disrespect for law, PK, it is about time since the political parties go back to IPACA. Yeah. Whatever it takes to bring back the military to instill discipline in our politics and I say in our electionary process, no, we should bring them back.
Oh, really?
I am telling you the truth.
You really suggest
I suggest it 100 plus 10 times. The reason being that I'm not saying that the military should come and destabilize whatever the but police phone to me boy.
Really?
I am telling you. Police phone to me boy OPK because I better me about to me. Me kokro motina me ko page mama obi papa na na mama metena fie na me kokro motina is safe.
Wow.
I'm telling you because policeman ono no baso baba boy ho ban no. Only sense of protection bia wan fatu amba. Onkuta pepper spray. It is a police no ho ya den kra na se civilian no no kuta weapon na obetumi pull on you for you to surrender. He can do it and you being the officer of the law you surrender to the civilian.
And you saw civilians there with weapons.
My goodness. Na mi hu ye as if say about war zone.
Really?
Because police no gina entrance, Emma protection. Say obi be Roman na church obi o voting right about beto aba. The moment these tax just got down from the very car they came now, massa down, they just entered in, pushing the police everywhere. They just entered in right away. So, everybody was running. At that time, the few people now they were in, they have to run for their cover.
But these tax, where did they come from?
PK, to be very honest with you, so mufi ablekumanofo, so mufi pokriasio, so mufi amasama. Nobody can tell. Nobody can tell. Me amitie, I can't tell. But time number of operations in a way na omofoka na omokono. I want to reiterate a point that somebody made.
Okay.
Who was part of them.
Okay.
Ufi se obetuma ya ni ope wakaswa na do ho achew. Una de wenya ni easy cry.
So they purposely came for someone.
It should tell you that some people happen to be on their radar. That is why they came there. Because let me tell you, Samia Uku was there.
Yeah.
Mustafa Bande was there. Edwiji Tamaklo was there. Miracle Sabuajo was there. These were some of the few political, and to be honest with you, they were chit-chatting. The media was there. I saw your media house there.
Yeah.
They were engaging these people who didn't come on nicely.
Yeah.
Actually, say there was no tension, nothing.
So why that particular person?
So for me, it was a premeditated mindset. And they came to unleash it to the woman and then the deputy organizer at the place. Now, Bisa Jose said Bisa was causing put to settle. Baby, I know send people abaso baby dila ababeto or now you come to destabilize the peace of the process.
Okay, as an eyewitness yourself, we've had some eyewitness. I won't use the right word, but some eyewitness testify to what happened that day.
Okay.
So let me say what they said, and then I listen to your side of it.
Okay.
If it is going to correlate in one eyewitness statement makes us understand that the woman came there and left. And then she came back again with some guards, or they also term them as tax. That's what they term them. And so when she came in, people approached her to leave. She said she wasn't going to leave.
Okay.
They approached the police to tell her to leave. She said she wasn't going to leave.
Okay.
In my, for me, she's a citizen of the state.
Okay.
I don't think it is in any bad light for her to be there.
Okay.
Her party is running.
Okay.
Unofficially, because officially the party stated that they weren't participating.
Exactly. And also another issue for discussion.
Exactly. But unofficially her party was running.
Exactly.
And so she being there. I mean, I asked one person that, okay, Digital Tamaklo was also
there. Ekwefri happens to be a good friend to her as well.
Exactly. Yeah. But whenever you raise the question that they are saying what was she doing then, you also see the NDC was also doing. They will tell that the
I don't
NDC
think
said
the level of HDG and Mustafa Bande are all from the constituency.
But then that is where the conflict comes in, as NPP said they weren't participating. So if you are not participating, why are your members here? That is one thing. We all understand the gimmicks in there. But then the main issue was she being there, you want her out. The woman also says, I'm not going out. Why the attack on her? Why did they want her out of there? Were they threatened by her presence and probably the people she went there in with?
PK, let me set a record straight here.
Okay.
And then I say, yes, say, be an eyewitness. Me, I am an eyewitness.
Okay.
Even though I wasn't within the precinct of the voting space.
Okay.
But wall I had the biggest barricade, me directly on the wall.
Okay.
And I witnessed everything that happened there.
Okay.
Before God the man, Hawa comes in, to be fair to Honorable Hawa comes in. Orem no, and you're not any one person. Even it was the police that opened the barricade and the gate for her to enter.
Okay.
So to put it so, the tax in Pone Baya, I didn't see them, but Orem no, it was a very servant, just one person.
Okay.
Police for the be a gate in man with the
okay.
Are you getting it?
Sure.
It's the police that opened the place for her to enter. And no rem no me nipa ba akupe na can. Because some of these people, even some the assemblyman I mean no area cry on amanyo no kwa no nam. Obi kan no. It is a nipa kan ho na one person pe and yes he forcefully entered. The police opened because like I'm saying, how did you enter the place? He came out. Are you getting it? Samia Uku went in there, came out. Miracle went in there, came out.
All of them, none of them were attacked.
None of them was attacked. So the woman went there unarmed, unprovoked.
No, we're talking about unarmed. We'll come there.
Okay.
Because we saw the woman using a pepper spray on the people. Where did she get that from? Because I'm coming.
No. One my man Landia, Obi be say a tear phone say asi.
Okay.
Obi fi say be me take side. But I'm speaking as an eyewitness.
Sure.
I'm not interested in what because because normal see over time. So Hawa herself, even though I sympathize with her, but you see, what you do tomorrow, the replication might come out today. Like now and now between your replication and but this time round, near see and say, even though Orem or Hona, one rem so could a weapon now, they say maybe she was come to destabilize the peace of the process. No, the police may be a gate man.
Okay.
And Orem on any paba can I don't know whether in the bodyguard or aid or whatever he was into Ojinaho. Dakwa Newman was inside there.
Sure.
So she was with Dakwa Newman.
In fact, when she was attacked, Dakwa was standing right beside
Thank you. So on the Dakwa Newman and Agent inside na mudin come. And I saw pickup, 3 pickup or 4. Ebabe parke. So the moment they got down from the pickup, right at the gate. Me say, right at the gate now.
3 pickups.
3 pickups armed with guys. Tag guys.
Wow.
Tag guys who just pushed the gate and then they entered. So when they entered, no, how one poem say no, they started as how one way. So they started rushing on the woman. Even that one woman sunya and fair share. On some domosake can kakra. So tell me, PK, sa me mitiwe. Sa knife mpo me nkwase me kwewo. Na sa knife mpo na hye me ho. And amaba na people are rushing on me. Hey, Ghana mrama kwan for self defense. And I will self-defend myself. And for me, I don't think say Pepper Spiro said na share Hawa. Hawa was coming there with the mindset say he was coming to destabilize the process. Because remember Hawa on to about hobby. But Ghana any mrebia about somebody from freedom of movement.
Sure.
Me can say Hawa had interest to go in there because MPP for Agra Ebebemu. Hawa person contested for women organizer.
Okay.
And as part of processes are able also to announce the presence, you know, or be taking keen interest in the fact that also because the MPP4 will be around.
Sure.
They will notice her presence around. To some extent, she might even win the favor of some people that by election cry, round of cry, it means other than that, only any business even coming there.
Sure.
And I was listening to her on one of these media spaces, and I'll say, Onupoba around, you know, she was even there to come and support a free. At least Oba, you know, there were some people and single-handedly he has to provide it to the party people so that they can go to the various homes to go and pull people to come and vote. Wow. Anti-PK, Niamimi who were honor. Obi Obeka said they were driving her out and she was being difficult, you know. It is never the case. No. Police for now they be a gate in the man with the room. That's how the same police open the gate for Mustafa Bande to go in and come out. Open gate for Digita Makro to go in and come out. The same police open it for Sami Oku to go in and come out. So why Hawa?
Sure. So that speaks of the premeditation.
That is it. About. Premeditated mind. And for me, Obi Samia, me I met me I can say. Maybe no maybe a scene in time past. And then a mass no microphone babe no mobile.
But should it be at an electoral exercise?
It is highly unfortunate.
Okay.
And it is not beautiful for our democracy. Not and yet because sabi esi waya waso America ho asema adentina going forward. And for me, unimade am yam shame pa. Senka eka this kind of lifestyle Nanka NPP is extremely ahead of NDC when it comes to this vigilantism because they had the invisible forces, they had the Delta Force,
the Bulgard
Bulldogs, and what have you. They had all these people. So I should tell you that in that act of vandalism and vigilantism, NPP was far ahead.
Okay.
But no we far ahead. No man introduce vigilantism act to Sembra and to come and disband this activity. And he says, here NDC4, Emma Kwan Masadi, we are so about into our body politics. Some people also call, now they go and then reinvent the wheel. And now they go and allow sleeping dogs liar. Hey, PK, it will be suicidal for our democracy. And for me, I want to make this passionate appeal.
Yeah.
ABC, Ewa Nanado showed the way by constituting a commission of inquiry to go into it and bring out a report.
Okay.
I don't want His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to sleep over this. Because Okra Biara, and now even whatever happened, I mean, he didn't speak well to us as a nation.
Okay.
I want His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to constitute a commission into this. Because remember, we have another by-election to go.
Sure.
Sure. What I witnessed here is a dress rehearsals.
Okay.
For something big to happen in Akwetia. Say I'm sure they find your man to in place. They should bring people to book.
Okay.
People ought to be punished. Videos, cameras were capturing people with their faces on. So some microphone as you hear my chikwine. Now I'm go through the due process.
Okay. We've heard the Interior Minister speak on it and said there's been investigations launched into it. So let's see how far that goes. But then let's get into a little bit of interrogation of the whole matter.
Okay.
How Akumsin's presence there? One, she is not a part of the constituency. Two, as you mentioned, this is a subject matter for another discussion on another day. But then, unofficially, the NPP wasn't even participating. But then they did. Or we would say her colleague or her friend did. Free is her friend.
Exactly.
So,
and by extension, they are all from the same party.
Exactly. So she did. So how Akunsin's presence, to me, is validated. Honestly,
she's a citizen. And Ghana Brancy will be your freedom of movement. Exactly. So she has the freedom to move. Yeah.
But then we saw Eduji there, Dennis Miracle there, Samia Uku there. Dakwa Newman even was there.
Yeah.
We saw even the police there without weapons. Now, do you know that the pepper spray is a weapon?
Oh yes, for self-defense. Yeah, it is.
All these people came there with no weapons or even bodyguards.
Okay.
Why did Hawa come there?
Okay.
With a weapon and a bodyguard. Let's even take the bodyguard away.
Okay.
But why did she have a weapon on her?
PK, the last time I check here, I'm not a personal assistant to Hawa Kumsin.
Sure.
I'm not a PRO. I'm not a mouthpiece for Hawa
Kumsin. Sure.
But as a politician, you know that you are responsible for your personal safety. You are. Me a politician, me are responsible for my personal safety. And Mami way, because of things that I haven't passed, you born a baby Matthew. Ewo, the constituency. Hello.
If we should really
maybe,
get into that, I don't think that is going to...
Mami,
okay.
You born a baby too. Ne ban on your politics has been a target for political discussion before. You born it too. And two fi say Mami no know what actively in the game no. Ono no benam. No we jan was I said tra. Say blade the Quran nation one and case the defender no. Because PK the way the videos were in circulation be say say ebi ade to me bua Mami kakra with the pepper spray that she has at her disposal. I am telling you. The pepper spray they save the life. Because other than that, now come to share no so I'm rushing I'm can it to from theater and so here and there. Now ebia the said weapon and an they succeeded in unleashing the weapon on her. In Kenya, you'll be sitting here discussing a different topic all over. So for me, I'll condemn it on no certain terms to say, and you find say BB Sashen. But for self-defense there, I will accept it anytime, any day. Because if these young men succeeded in doing whatever they feel like doing to it, because the police were there, they sat there unconcerned.
Now, do you know why I'm asking this? Because as we are saying, there are eyewitness testaments out there.
Exactly.
And most of it.
And I am an eyewitness myself.
Exactly.
Until I make us, I mean, who video, and yes, will be say I was right there on the spot.
Exactly. And there were people also there who
exactly.
Sure. And that is why we're asking all these questions as media people. Because most of them are saying that when they saw her with the weapon, that was why they wanted her out of there. Now, do you see this entire statement by people complicates her entire defense?
Was it not make said, my mini room, the police when they be a gate in the man? So even if there was a due diligence on whose part, it should have been the part of the police.
Sure.
For her before she entered. You, the police, open up for her to enter. It is a net tampoman notice. And remember that Opuli they said when she was provoked. Are you getting it? And yes, I'll do one or the pepper spray said. Me, I didn't even see the pepper spray until when the mob were just rushing on her. When I realized that my minister was trying to defend herself in some extent. So why would even the police? Media me consensus. Say yes, and police for no, they're giving protection. We're fully armed. I am telling you, the civilian will not have that audacity to even just break the gate and then even enter the place.
So,
in the
and
first
place. That also. Does that not speak to us of the fact that there were no malice planned? I don't know if we are getting ourselves.
I didn't make us say the other police stations are McCoy.
Exactly.
Everything was peaceful.
Exactly.
The same police for ya. McCoy, me want method this one could tell you na digital gate. McCoy other place one could tell you. But the system was flowing. Things were peaceful at the place. I didn't think a and per my questions I asked was that the place happens to be a stronghold for Equia-Free. So if that is the stronghold for Equia-Free, then let's deliberately destabilize the peace of the place so that it will deter people from coming to vote. And the crowd say, oh, I think then this woman had 177 or something. And then Equia-Free had 77.
Wow.
On a stronghold, no. People were even afraid to come and vote. Wow. There were two gentlemen along the line, they came in. And me fi seeing him.
Yeah.
Until later, me sound to babe jina war no. Then they came. There were two guys. And I'm so I'm saying na how to about. No, I'm saying to about na near course with there. There were two guys.
Exactly. Okay.
Please. Okay. Can I give a little comment on that?
No, your time will come. Thank you, there, Mr. Ochi. But Dan.
Yeah, PK.
You are welcome. Finally.
Thank you.
Now you have the floor. You've already been unofficially introduced by Mr. Ochi. And Mr. Ochi, he works with me in the studio, so
okay.
No
but that's fine. Yeah. Let me quickly say a very good morning to listeners of Ghana Talks Radio. Good morning to my senior brother, Mr. Ochi, and my brother who just entered. PK.
Yes, sir.
I equally bring greetings from Upper East region.
Sure.
Bongo, to be precise.
Sure.
Baiting yellow blika.
Wow. What does it mean?
Your good morning.
Oh, okay.
Blika means good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
What is the main resource?
Okay.
In Upper East, especially your constituency.
My constituency. Yeah. Now, so when you talk of resource in my constituency, in terms of minerals, I will boldly say gold.
Really?
Yeah. I think, yes. Oh, yes, Bongo Swine.
Eh?
Oh, yes.
And what of food?
It's a town. It's a town that when you get there, before you enter, you begin to see that yes, this is a good town.
Wow.
Yes.
I'll be visiting you often.
No problem. You're welcome.
But damn, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I know you are not going to stay long in Accra, so we need to utilize you as much as we can before.
That's true, but then intermittently I visit Accra, so
sure.
I'll find time and then
Most
come
definitely.
here whenever I'm around.
Most definitely.
Yeah, so let me equally extend greetings to my people back in Boga.
Sure.
I'm here in Accra. God, I think, is by the grace of their opportunities that they grant me while I was in the region that has actually propelled me here to be seated here to talk about issues concerning our nation. So I greet them this morning and extend my regards to them.
Okay.
PK, this is a Blake Manoff issue. As a young person, I'm actually always sad. When this topic is introduced anywhere as a young person, I'm always sad to hear it. Honestly, I want to take politics as a career, even though we are being advised that as a politician, young politician, don't just put your all in it. Get something doing and make it a side hustle or so, like something you do aside, which is true. But look, to an extent, I'm taking politics as a career. And starting it with this age and seeing what is happening, I'm just imagining what will become of me when I'm up there. It's actually sad to think of. Imagine my brother seated here. I don't know his age, but I can say we are colleagues in terms of age. We are young people. So because I was beaten in a Blake Manoff, I'll be waiting for him with my vigilantes to also beat him. Imagine. Is that not sad for our country? Is that not sad for our future?
Sure.
Is that not sad for our democracy? I'm sad to hear colleagues from the other end in NDC always trying to justify it, trying to tell you why it is not too bad and why they did that and why the people should not be punished, trying to talk about it and even be citing instances. How about Ayawaso West Wagon? Did you not condemn it when it happened? You get that? Sure. They'll be giving you instances as foundation or maybe the reason why this is not condemnable. And that is not the way to go. Because Ghana, we are a beacon of democracy in Africa. A lot of our neighbors within and even far admires us for just nothing but how we carry ourselves in terms of our democratic process.
Sure.
And I'm not sure we can be proud of what happened in Blake Manoff.
Okay.
We all watched the video. Truth, I wasn't there. I didn't go at the time I was in Boga.
Okay.
But watching the videos, you will see that Hawa Kumsun was attacked unprovoked. And if you observe the manner in which it happened, it tells you that there was a preparation and waiting shoot in case she comes there.
Okay.
And so while they were waiting, if this woman come, we'll show her. You're trying to say, now I'm more power, now I'm more Jimmy. Like those countries. We heard these comments.
Okay.
And so kind of it was a target. When she did it, were you happy? Let's assume and admit without just saying, but then when she did it, were you happy?
No.
Why do you think this time is good?
Okay.
What was condemnable yesterday, it is today.
Okay.
And we shouldn't repeat it.
Okay.
So if we want to keep doing, okay, you do me, I do you. I tell you, we will never stop this.
Never stop this. Okay.
Just my backyard, Talensi. It happened.
Wow.
No one condemned it. Under the NDC, when there was this by-election, the current Tongrana, the paramount chief of Tongo, he was the MP for the area. But when he was going into the traditional enskinment, then he resigned as MP. So there was a by-election. Come and see.
Wow.
Bloodshed.
Wow.
No one condemned it. Then we want to continue this. It happened in Ayawa. So we all saw that the president condemned it. A commission of inquiry was set. Inaugurated by our past vice president, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. We all, if you want, we can Google. We all saw what he said there. He condemned it and was excited for the fact that in the first time in history in our democratic process, we had election violence that a commission is being set to probe it. The first time in history. It's under the MPP government that has so much been chastised.
Okay.
But PK,
yes, sir.
What is sad is that the president that campaigned at the back of election violence, I mean His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, key among his campaign messages was the condemnable election violence that had happened within the previous 8 years.
Sure.
He spoke at them and eloquently gave ways when he came, how he's going to tackle them. Do you know or will you believe that this man has still not commented on this abolition of violence? Till we speak today.
The Interior Minister.
Hello, he has his person. The Interior Minister has his own department too, okay? He as the father of the country, I'm talking about him. He's the father of the nation, right?
Yeah.
If something happens in the house, the mother can talk, the elders can talk, but the ultimate lies in that of what? The leader, the father.
Okay.
Have we heard from him? No. That is to tell you that silently he has endorsed it. Sadly, leading members of the NDC, a whole national women organizer, that tells you that this is somebody that has a lot of followers and admirers across the country. A lot of people that follow her as, let's say, what do you call it, a role model.
Okay.
This is somebody who came while she was being interviewed on national TV, saying that it is unfortunate, but for Hawa Kumshin, she deserves it better. In quote, she deserves it better. This is somebody who my tax is paying. As someone who's serving the state and I'm paying her. Someone who is a leader. She said that on TV.
Okay.
No one is talking about it.
Sure.
And even is the charade of defense minister coming to say he is submitting videos.
Call it a charade.
Oh yes, it's a charade. He has submitted videos to the police. You see, which videos are you submitting? See the videos everyone has. In fact, even secondary school children has those videos.
Okay.
So do you even need to submit? When the journalist, GH1 journalist was assaulted, which video did you submit and the police officer was apprehended? Well, have these macho men even after some of them, we still see them on social media celebrating that unfortunate incident. And you are saying that you are going to investigate what? That is what I'm telling you, that in silence, but the NDC, in silence, the president of the day supports it. Let me tell you. We all know the commander of this tax. We know the commander.
Really?
Who you are saying really as if I am.
I don't know.
Are you not in Ghana?
I don't know.
These are the 5K men. Oh, my brothers, are they not the 5K men? They are the 5K men. Who's their commander?
Oh, really? They are part of the 5K men.
Are you asking me?
I need to ask.
Well, let's go to and peruse Malik Basintale's Facebook page and look at the macho men. Let's go and peruse now. Let it not be that I am saying it.
Okay. I haven't seen
okay.
it.
And go back to his Facebook. He even said the retreat, all is green. When they had succeeded, he on his Facebook. This is the National Deputy Communications Director of NDC, CEO of Youth Employment Agency. He's doing that. So don't you think there's a cause for worry? Okay. There's a cause for worry, and I'm telling you, as a New Patriotic Party member, I am disappointed in my party.
Why?
I'm sad.
Why are you disappointed in me?
Oh yes, I'm disappointed, and I registered here. You know why I'm disappointed?
Tell me.
We are the architects of our own agony.
Really?
Yes. We are the architects of our own agony. The NDC know themselves. John Mahama unfortunately once came to threaten that they are from revolutionary roots and no one can match them when it comes to unleashing violence. I don't know whether you heard that comment from Mahama. It was a caution for us to take guard. We didn't mind him. Okay? When you look at the last by-election before we left power, you saw what they did there. Okay? A caution for us. We didn't learn. When it comes to closer to election 2024, I said in Kotia openly, said we will never sign any peace pact. A caution for us. We never learned. Rather, we prided ourselves on the fact that we are lovers of Ghana. And so we are disbanding vigilantes. Left all those boys that toiled with their blood for a party, hungry.
So that is why you believe...
Oh yeah, we are the architects of our agony. And I will not blame the NDC. They are only teaching us that we shouldn't think that Ghana is a country we should say that we love it so much.
Okay.
While you love Ghana, also love yourself.
Okay.
And that's what the NDC is telling us.
Okay.
Because you can imagine, NDC today is teaching MPP a great lesson. And I'm happy we are seated on the fence and learning.
Okay.
Because today, you know what? They are rewarding criminality. You know why I'm saying that?
No, I don't know why.
Okay. Let me take you through something.
Please.
Let's go to Ablekmanov.
End in 1 minute for me.
Okay, let's go to Ablekmanov, the constituency organizer. Yeah. He is an acclaimed MCE. I use the word acclaimed.
Okay.
Because even his confirmation is questionable, and the presiding member is in court with it as we speak.
Okay.
He is the one that led the tax that went and destroyed the pink sheets that warranted this rerun we are doing.
Okay.
After leading that vigilante act, he was rewarded MCE. And when the assembly members said, no, we don't want him, they had to lock them in and force them to confirm him. And that is why the presiding officer, a presiding member for Ablekmanov municipality is in court over that. That is what I mean by the reward criminality. Let me give you another instance. On the 9th of, or let me even say that was somewhere the dawn of 8th December.
Okay.
We had pictures and videos of Sam George. I can describe him. He was in a sea blue long sleeve shirt, sweating profusely like a pregnant fish.
Hey.
Pulling presiding officers and forcing them to declare people MPs. We have the videos and the pictures. He is today rewarded a minister for communication. Okay. That is criminal act. He's rewarded. Let me tell you the sad part, if you are not aware. As we speak, minority in parliament led by Fajo, Reverend Ntim Fajo, has brought revelations of Kelvin Taylor entering the country and being smuggled by national security into the whole vice presidential apartment where he's being hidden now to go to Supreme Court on his injunction appeal. This is somebody that there's a 5-year arrest warrant that is on his head. This is somebody that publicly insults sitting presidents. This is somebody that publicly insults kings, the whole Asantehene. This is somebody that publicly insults our revered pastors. This is somebody who respects none except himself.
Okay.
And this criminal, today, my taxes that I'm paying, my money, is used to protect him with national security and military. I am sad for Ghana, I must be honest. Okay. I'm getting emotional. I'm sad.
Okay. Thank you, Daniel. Bismarck.
Of course.
You are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Last week, your party finally won the Ablekmanov seat, and I mean, as you entered, you saw the discussions going on about this, and you earlier mentioned you wanted to say something. So kindly make it brief so that we can go on to the main conversations.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I think there is this law by Isaac Newton that actions and reactions are opposite in equal directions.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you like my brother was saying, as I was coming, I was listening to him. Whatever you do today will have implications tomorrow.
Okay.
So if you look at the political direction that the past government led us to, MPP, they set a pace that if a government comes and that government is not a government of peace, it will lead the country to a chaos and disorder. And that was just the exhibition of what we saw at Tayawasu, Ablekmanov. Yeah, because it's like instead of using competence, integrity, and abilities to win elections, MPP, based on their poor performances, want to use Takashi forces and then corruption to be able to buy vote, Takashi to be able to manipulate elections results so they can win power. And in a country where we find ourselves now, that should not be the pace that we have to follow, because that will not lead us to the development that we are all yearning for as a country.
Did we see such a thing at Ablekmanov, where the NPP is using any Takashi or vote buying or any corruptive acts?
Yeah, so I'm just coming there.
Okay.
instances is just like when I heard the news all, I heard based on the news report. I wasn't there because of the reactions of MPP against the rerun. I definitely perceived there was going to be some kind of chaos and misunderstanding in the site.
Okay.
So I perceived it. Yeah. So looking at what the news report, how Kumsin was not allowed to enter the yard.
She wasn't allowed.
Yes.
How?
The security prevented her. Based on the news report I heard, the security stopped her not to enter, and then she forcefully entered the place.
Really?
Yes. And then for the fact that she has crossed and disobeyed the rules, she was being forced. People have to react against her actions for her to leave the site.
Wow.
And that was the cause of the chaos and the misunderstanding in the site. That is what I wasn't there, but based on the news report is what I'm saying. So
is it an eyewitness report or a news report?
An eyewitness report, because if you don't report news when you are not there,
okay.
Yeah. So based on what they reported, it's like, as I was saying, how Kumsin had a very bad mind before going to the site.
Why?
If you don't have a bad mind, how can a country, a democratic country, having an election, an official election, then you are going there with a pepper spray? Going there with a pepper spray, you are not a security official where we would think, okay, probably you are taking that for the purpose of security.
Okay.
So if you are not somebody who has a very bad mind, going without a bad intention, going there, pepper spray should not be possessed in your pocket or at your jurisdiction.
Okay.
So what was the reason for her carrying that thing out of her room into her car to the election, the polling station?
But was that what provoked the attack on her?
No, that is why I'm telling you that actions and reactions are equal in opposite direction.
Okay.
Because the woman had a bad intention, and her bad intention getting to the polling station, she was not allowed to get there. And because you are coming to vote, you are not an election official, so you are not a security personnel. What are you what are you coming to do there? And then they ask you not to enter. Then she forcefully entered. So forcefully entered with a pepper spray. What are you telling the public? What are you telling us? So if you think maybe you can break the protocol and enter, there is another force that can also take you out. Wow. And that was the cause of all the chaos that we saw. Okay. So the law and the disobeying the rules by the MPP, sometimes it's kind of heartbreaking. Yeah, because we are a democratic country, and for that matter, every official has to obey. Nobody is above the law.
Okay. But in a nutshell, what do you make of the entire case? Is it, with your statement right now that you made, is it in validation of the attack on her?
Yeah, so I am not really validating the attack. I am seriously against anybody attacking anybody, no matter your political party. But we also have to carry ourselves with the character and an attitude that will not result into somebody attacking you.
Okay.
So when you go with violence, you will surely be responded to with violence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, gentlemen. Great submissions by all standards from each and everyone. I know our people are enjoying the conversation. I'll still keep on inviting you to share your thoughts, your suggestions, your opinions on all the conversations that we are having in the studios of Ghana Talks Radio this morning on the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. You can join us on all our social media platforms as well at Ghana Talks Radio on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, and on X. Our YouTube channel is Ghana Talks Radio. Also, our phone lines are very active. 0202-544-614. You can get in touch with us on our phone lines. You can text us through WhatsApp there, and we will get interactive with you. Now, moving into the main conversations for the day, and the first topic we are going to be looking at is a member of parliament has submitted a member's bill to amend the Public Financial Management Act. And this in the person of Honorable Opon Kroma. He says that there needs to be reason for every financial disbursement because there are people who are utilizing state funds in a way that we don't think money should be wasted on. And you know, people are raising concerns that your party was in power for 8 years. This bill never crossed your mind. We even saw the National Cathedral there, never crossed your mind. We saw many other projects being, you know, funded by your government. This bill never crossed your mind. Then all of a sudden, you come up with this bill. What is, I mean, the entire rationale behind the submission of this bill? That is one. The bill itself, what the impact it is going to also have on us as a country, and especially our financial ecosystem.
Yes, so thank you very much. You see, talking about being in power and having the opportunity to have submitted this bill, I'm not sure this is the bill that came in from political line.
Okay.
The bill is clearly stated that it's a private member's bill.
Yeah.
Just like in the 8th Parliament where we had Francis Xavier, Sosu Xavier. I think he submitted about 2 bills at a time and got them passed as private membership bill. It had nothing at the time to do with NDC. This is something that came from his personal convictions, what he believed in and what he thought that Ghana needed at the time, and he did. Now, also let me just even agree that even if it is a political bill, looking at our democracy and how we grow every day, we advance every day out of experience. So let me just assume, or let me guess, that probably having served in government for 8 years, he had observed certain things and think that Ghana needs this reform so that it will come and then amend the PFM Act that we have. That's the Public Financial Management Act that we have. I think that he felt that yes, there is a need for us to amend it to make certain additions so that we can have a prudent spending system. So I don't think that there is anything late or early about it. Now let's talk about the essence of the bill. You see, let's go to our local assemblies. We all agree that they are development agents. And yearly or sometimes quarterly, they have their common fund disbursement that comes into them. Now, but we have our development, we call it what? Our public development laws, or let me say that anything you are doing, whether a local assembly, national or regional, coordinating, whatever, it needs to conform with that. However, when we want to talk about the reality, you go to the local assemblies and then common funds are disbursed. Let's say maybe we want to tackle something about sanitation. Then you go into communities, you are still building KVIPs for people in this era. But that is development, is that not it? But does that actually, in this era that we are you supposed to be building KVIPs for communities when we are supposed to rather be looking at improved ways of getting those sanitation systems? And so if this bill comes into fruition, you see that it will check whatever you are doing. But you see, when you have bulk sums of money coming into the assembly, now left with the discretion of the head of the assembly to use it as to what project that suits the assembly or the various communities. And sometimes with that, it doesn't help. It doesn't help in the sense that maybe a community needs a school. I, the head of the assembly, say the DCE, there's another community that needs a bridge. Now, the resources that come in is 10 cedis, which can be able to afford the school. Then you go to use that 10 cedi to start a bridge. Knowing that that 10 cedi will not be able to construct any better bridge at all.
Okay.
And so you will be forced to either do shoddy work or do halfway and say you are waiting for the next tranche of common fund to complete it. And so you are doing shoddy works or soppy jobs. But when we have it synchronized, that you submit a proposal to the national level, the Ministry of Finance, they peruse that proposal and realize that, okay, this amount of money that is going to be disbursed can be able to tackle that project wholly. And then it is disbursed to the local assembly. You see that we will have some conformity, we will have some prudency in our projects.
Sure.
Because we have a lot of projects that are abandoned or halfway done because a certain tranche of money came, they just went and pumped it into it, knowing that it can finish it. But you have say, okay, let's start. So when another tranche comes, then we don't do that. So this is a bill that will actually come to streamline some of these things. Okay. Then we'll talk of internally generated fund. You see, that is the exciting aspect of the bill. And I'm happy about it. Because you see, in our local assemblies, they collect these, let me say, those that are in border towns, you collect the levies from the immigrants, those that come in. Yeah. And also these tickets they give in markets and what have you, those revenue you generate. Our local assemblies, they get all these monies. But when you go for them to account for them, my brother, you'll be sad. That is where, after all, it's just locally generated fund. Okay. It is not submitted onwardly to national. It remains there for you, the assembly, to use it for the needs of the communities. Okay. But when you go to peruse some of the documents regarding this in IGF, you see that about 70 to 80% is on fuel.
Wow.
Oh, I want to travel, especially those of us from far. I'm going to Accra. So quickly you write raise fuel from me, this amount for me. Memo. So that I'll go. Memo, you get it? Yeah. And so you see that the monies are not prudently used. They are raised and they are squandered there.
So you think the bill is
appropriate. And so what it means is that if this bill goes through, simply whatever the assembly raise is supposed to be disclosed.
Okay.
And once it is disclosed, a project is supposed to be proposed, approved before whatever IGF you have raised can be used on it. Okay. Not that you raise the IGF, then the next moment is finished on fuel and then those internal spendings. Okay. It doesn't mix it. So I think that is the best way to go. And I pray the Parliament of Ghana to actually approve this bill.
Okay. Thank you. Bismarck.
Yes, sir.
This bill, what do you make of it? Looking at where it's coming from and the essence of it.
All right. So looking at the bill, I think there are systems that have been put in place to kind of regulate all that the Opon Nkrumah is talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, we have public financial management act.
Okay.
And this act is just to regulate the expenses, the funds of the public. That is in the essence of within the macroeconomic and the fiscal framework.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have a system that is making the system work.
Okay.
And then for that matter, the ministries, department, and the agencies of the government is responsible stands for the government.
Okay.
And these agencies, departments, and ministries are just to make sure they implement the policies of the government.
Okay.
Yeah. So going through the Opon Nkrumah's proposals and bill, I think that he has a point, but to make, but the point is already in place, existence.
Okay.
So because if you are saying that the ministries, departments, and the agencies to submit their plans or their progress to National Development Commission before it can now be satisfied for funds disbursement. So these agencies represent the government, and the National Development Planning Commission, they are also there to supersede that the government would embark on the right projects for national development. And I'm not sure there is a government in system that they have their development plan. Before NDC came to power, the people of Ghana voted for NDC because of our policies for national development. And then they realized that yes, NDC, based on what we are saying, can develop Ghana compared to MPP. So they have to remove MPP and buy the policies of NDC. So it means that before any project or program will be implemented, the National Commission, National Planning Commission, Development Planning Commission have already the idea or have the policies of whatever the government is trying to implement. So for that matter, there can be a way that, looking at these policies, it is not in line with the National Development Plan, and for that matter, funds should not be disbursed to. And also, the finance minister cannot just disburse funds into a project where he has not reasoned through the project with his committee members. What is the purpose of this project? What are they trying to achieve? So the ministry, department, and they represent the government, and they are supposed to make sure they implement the policies and then deliver all the services and the programs that the government is trying to implement. So 24-hour economy, before any funds can be disbursed for the implementation of 24-hour economy, the National Development Planning Commission already have preview of 24-hour economy. And if they think that there is anything in 24-hour economy cannot help Ghana, they react.
Release funds for that.
Yes, they react against that. And for that matter, the finance minister will not release any funds. So I think that it is just about we thinking through the act that we have already implemented for it to work. It's not about pending down the acts.
New acts.
New acts. Already we have the act to work. But how are you going to enforce it to make sure the system will work for the benefit of the country? So if maybe just for you to also add your voice, even though he has a voice, he can make a comment, but the input, the bill is not a laudable one for us to really say, this bill is going to bring anything new. So for that matter, we should go by it. So the aspect that I think that he has a point is just where the internally generated funds are kind of being misused. Yeah, so in that sense, if that is the case, the Ministry of Finance should make sure that whatever internally generated funds should come into our public purse. So that you don't, in a way, the money is not for you. You don't see it as your money, and then you use it for whatever you want to do. So I think that some of these, the bill that he's bringing, it is we thinking through how we can make use of what is already in the systems. If you have a bill to prevent mismanagement of public purse, and then somebody is taking the money and then misusing it anyhow, what do you do? Just tell him to bring it into the public purse, and then he cannot get up and then use it for whatever he wants. So why the need for that bill for a national commission to a development commission to certify development projects before the funds have been disbursed.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank
and
you.
Just let me 1 minute to end. So just
30 seconds.
Okay, just like you mentioned in the this and before, National Cathedral, we think that it was not something which was good for the country, and most of us reacted against it, and they came out to disburse $58 million into National Cathedral, for which nothing, no project, we can't. It's just the $58 million is just a whole for us. So National Development Commission was supposed to work to help us stop National Cathedral, and then that would have helped us to save our money. So it is not about a bill; it is about us working to make sure that we, with the existing bills and the existing laws that are there, work, and then we are safe.
All right, thank you, Bismarck. Ms. Archery.
PK.
Yes, sir.
Penfobu baby say me koy na man kabi de wan ko bi crack. I was keenly following the discussion from my brothers from both sides.
Okay.
And I must say that they are equally making brilliant submission on what the honorable member seeks to do.
Sure.
But let's look at it this way. I've sat in this studio. I've sat in this studio and then I've made a profound statement that the Ghana that we find ourselves, every system default, somebody stands to benefit.
Okay.
Into Bianiyama and command the system, no man yet to say the way here. Because MPP will come, because there's a default in the system, they'll stand to enjoy. MPP will come, they'll stand to enjoy.
Okay.
To the detriment of the nation.
Okay.
Honorable Kojo Pon Kroma, he's being paid from we the taxpayer.
Yeah.
And what is his core mandate? To go and make law.
Okay.
And it's being an individual, and as a person, now will to me a raise private membership bill to the House of Parliament, the House of Records. Say we susu emu no, saa nneoma we be cost over time. Inti yenhwe na yenyemra ne mfensi ano. Why do we come and sit here and then begin to pull left head up and down around it? Let's get things done right.
Okay.
What is the core mandate of this thing that he seeks? Physical discipline, accountability. Here, Oko District Assembly, PK. The enjoyment of course for District Assembly, you have no idea. Every seconds, you be raising memo to use money for one thing or the other. There's no discipline at that place. Because number GGB and I'm saying free BB IGF, internal generated fund. Until be DC co weekend as a coordinating director on the way district accountant or whatever, they come in sign something as a DC Cocody weekend kakraba. Ya pay BB amano. Just that things are done with impunity. So if this bill is coming with a core mandate of ensuring financial discipline, physical discipline, accountability, and so on and so forth, we shouldn't look at the individual who is presenting it. Because there is a system defect that we need to take care of. That should be the cotton. That should be the cotton. Because if you have a business that you are running, what is your premeditated mind on the business? To make profit.
Sure.
Even when you are breaking even, you have to make profit. Now, you man are watching our work as a gum na debi omo bokano, but some person now be now discover baby to who does that? So we need to take care of the system to make sure that systems are working.
Okay.
Until they be America, we don't need Barack Hussein Obama to come to Ghana to tell us to build strong institution. We must know there should be value for money. Sika ye use money. So for me, it's a good call. What Honorable Kojo Pon Kroma is raising is a good call. Let us work with it as a nation because our money bleeded to do. You are finding some way somehow about to crack to NPP bomb fast at Tokro did this and this bad they will sit behind the same Tokro and did this. So if the awareness is being created, somebody is enlightening us that no, this and this and this is happening over time. Let be financially disciplined, physical discipline. Let there be accountability on the expenditure as a nation.
Okay. So
that's a 2-1 among.
Okay. I know you are done, but let me ask this. So you don't think the already existing laws are strong enough to enforce financial discipline? We need a new bill to make sure we find some discipline in our fiscal expenditure.
Oh, PK. Yeah, they have outlived its purposes.
Okay.
And we need to do away with them.
Okay.
Emrani Bebre have outlived its purposes. So we need to do away with them.
Okay, sure.
Pacho what you say? Auntie, sign your money be now over time. You know, nipa be no pay change. Every human being wants to be static.
Okay.
So when change is coming into play, you get people to resist it with their last breath.
Okay.
But change is good.
All right.
Hesabi and NPP tena ya ye won konso amkoi. Say this ba ya take us be aban papa ba. Say won changes no. So you'll be able to compare and contrast with the two. Into change there, but obi am pay change.
Okay.
But change how poorly made is better than indecision.
Okay.
So change must come so that we can have room to compare and see how things ought to be done or how things are done.
Okay.
Because Charlie, no man be because we baby sound say into your mind we panty a one penny for to abamo.
Okay. All right.
Hey, serious because say Ghana, hey, me business na me run here. PK. Because na kebu o ma, say me pam wo madwuma ma. Me make sure say obi the next person am need free some for wadwuma.
Okay.
Because what attitude dey nye.
All right.
Please, can I make a little contribution to this? The macro economic and
you have 1 minute.
Okay, macroeconomic and fiscal framework, like you are saying, it's just to ensure accountability. The macroeconomic is just to make sure that the it checks on the decision making bodies in every institution.
Okay.
Yeah, so so at the end of the day, you don't go to make a decision that will curtail the government. Yeah, so and then the fiscal framework is just the expenses, our taxation, and the budgeting, so that we make sure we don't overspend. The primary balance is checked. So that was why the nurses were requesting for these allowances, a lot of benefit, and the finance minister stood boldly that they cannot, in a way, even though they accept their plea, but looking at the budget at this point, they can't do anything about it because of some of these fiscal framework. Okay. Because the government has its own budget, and then the bureau is kind of regulating them that this is the amount of money you can spend as at this time. Okay. So you can't spend more than this. And it was based on fiscal framework discipline to ensure that they hold the government accountable.
All right.
And that was why finance minister was not able to kind of release the funds like that for their benefit.
Okay.
Yeah. So
PK. I think I'm more time than me, and I gave him room to come in because it's good. The public ought to understand whatever we are communicating.
Sure.
Me mama Auntie Brewer, our Makola market or ton there. So economics here, me bra penny here or make it. Excuse my language. It doesn't make sense to her.
Sure.
No person who say. Ticket na ibebe jina no consult no. Say sika no, is it being put into prudent use?
Exactly.
Are you getting it?
Sure.
So the economics me crampo no money I am lost.
Okay.
But I want to speak the layman point of view.
Sure.
I am speaking to the ordinary Ghanaian, the lay point.
Exactly.
There should be value for money in whatever we do as a nation.
Okay.
And in macro is good. But bisan say the ordinary taxpayer sika ye gigi fi obia ho no taxes are yet to ye pay slips so na say for no are those monies channeled into good use.
Okay.
And it's a system no our default na say e masika ya na ye gigi no enwi for baby we need to work on that system default.
Okay.
So for me I will call for this bill anytime any day.
All right.
because me didn't come make key point to say yeah no money baby the way you have outlived its purpose. And we need to do away with it. The fact say over time sana I into more the time. Let's work on it. Let's do away with them. And introduce innovative and proper manner to, as it were, spearhead us as a nation going forward. So be first now. That can be medasi bibi one year paper. You could kill and no money be yet you fear time phone papa. In 2 weeks and can changes number. Now can yes at the corner no man and so let's embrace the clear call that the honorable minister, the member of parliament is bringing. Now yen 2-1 more as a nation.
So do you think that probably you not thinking
our time is
but here I don't think it's my brother that asked the questions.
Sorry, I have a lot of questions, but I'm just quiet on it.
Our time is up on this particular issue, so we can't go on that again. The Kotoka International Airport is under diverse discourse to have a change in name. We want to find a new name for the airport.
Ghana.
I want to borrow your words. Maybe it has outlived
its
name.
You see, it has outlived its name.
It has outlived its name. Okay.
The KIA that we all know since time immemorial is now under discussion and consideration. The people are calling for it to be changed. And, do you think, I mean, this is something that as a country where we are now, our focus should be on?
PK.
Yes, sir.
PK. Mr. Nebisa. Once I have no Bisa questions. Yeah. You are with the message. So once I
can be who me, man. Who's signed the question?
No, at least this why I want to.
What did he say?
He needs help. He needs help.
You see, let's get serious as a nation. We have bread and butter issues on the table to discuss. Maybe to as a could change Kotoka International Airport. Now catch and say, friend, it doesn't put food on my table. It doesn't put food on my table. But Argentina constantly and deliberately. Abambiaba power or per se, winner takes all attitude into your pay up yeah, they will succeed in changing the name today.
Oh, they will do.
Send people in opposition 50 years cry. Time will come, they'll come back to power. Almost so bad, they will reverse the name. Now, you're doing. Send your man here. Even commodity be a cost. You see, some of these investors don't go one. Don't show me baby changing in now. It's in the pipeline. Oh, there will be more changes are coming.
They have done one change already.
And it will be someone who says, "Send your way." How does it put food on our table? Okay. It will rather come with a cost to us as a nation. Because documents and as if we now ought to go through changes. Are you getting it? Yes, sir. Now you're doing PK. Now you see, we have bread and butter issues to discuss as a nation. The ordinary Ghanaian is unable to put body and soul together. They are unable to meet 3 square meal daily. There should be deliberate policy. Because they be a say about papa, and this about papa by any man Ghana in the whole high no. It's a co change Kotoka, maybe a conference JJ Rollins International Airport, and I said, Dane, now you're Dane. Okay. PK, here, Ghana, they be a Mekasa Ghana.
What if we are considering the heritage of whoever's name we are thinking of, you know?
Okay, until you change Kotoka, we are, nti change Kotoka na fi na ehemfa biem na hwan baba yara so obi din na da so na ko change baba yara afi ewi a ehemfa so biem PK oman we won agro we ani so okay politician no de bia no tena ho a ohwani o ma bi din no so no ma me koya de we na me manfo no kasa kakra na me test the waters around it na me hu so am pedia na ma say din we ebesesa okay aban foforo sunya akwanya ba on so nim say aban we na eniti on to quickly ebe ne target on so be say din afio okay why are we doing this to ourselves as a nation? There should be clear sense of purpose for us as a nation. Let's think about the well-being and the welfare of the citizenry. Okay. To put body and soul together. Mene o ka say obi awie school ene wo Ghana ha atena fie for years and yes or lazy o the politician na yedi a destiny ni a shebre ashan insano is not thinking of any innovative means to create employment.
Okay.
Name rather name changing. Ye change kotoka. Ye wia ye beba baba yara ye beko ko change no. Baby biara people that have contributed to nation development no. Omudinda bibisi na hye yi. Na aban na wa banan kasa didi o comfortable de babeto so. Na be di amai. Because remember that there is a saying that a nation that fails to honor its heroes is not worth dying for. Okay. I believe that Sankrofu and Mamudin Adedan, they've contributed to our development as a nation. Okay. That is why we honor them. Okay. But it is a bit to say Obasanjo in Ghana, on Ghana. But we have a street within my constituency, and that's what Obasanjo road.
But in the case of Kotoka, that man, what was his contribution to the KIA that we have there? Was it built under him, or you think it was just to honor his name regardless of whatever we name him after?
PK.
Yes, sir.
And I make a baby say a nation that fails to honor its heroes is not worth dying for. Okay. I don't think Sir Kutuka should necessarily call shovel ebe pim form and say Kutuka no boa me see when tin din say that to so. Tudora Oko sir one woman na need that hockey pitch ne so we no. Say be ma me no what is about hockey crowd Ghana da. No Mr. Ebia na minim. So it should tell you that if as a nation we have deliberately honored our heroes and heroines,
we should maintain
it and go forward. Now you're thinking of bread and butter issues.
Okay, that's fair.
Let's think about bread and butter issues. Okay. Here, we at the time bomb so PK. It's sad. Okay. Now colleague Ebia on na classroom we school and obefa phone afro. Say mesrew and na de wa moamia mi buada. Say nipa no nye lazy o. Sebi say school on so aye no ho akobi. But system no onye adwuma nye otifie. A hungry man is an angry man. Into a common deno. Onye adwuma nye or the application and anti here and there. Sebi the government must deliberately make that enabling environment for them to get something doing. Okay. Empower the private, public, civil, like let's empower our very own. That is what we must always sleep and think about. Okay. It's not name changing. Okay. It is not name changing. When you could change you here, will be so contract. Obi benya contract won fu enya sika rebranding no ma bebre aniti sam no ma ni bia antumi put body and soul together yenjai. Okay. But amanfo no pe adwuma ya amanfo no pe say ban papa ban ma ya sitinam let's feel that ban papa ni enjai sa ene be ko change we dey ko che me say edin e be ko na obi edin e de be ba bet to so na it will never make any impact. Okay. And change it and sisa hwe
Daniel.
PK, this name changing thing, when I heard it, I was like, hey, Ghana, so what are we doing to ourselves? You see what is happening? There's actually a strategy to change the name of the airport. However, let's stimulate it through public influence. Okay. And so let me have my brother talk about it, then he talk about it, then we pick it from there. It is not we that is changing it. It's the people that are saying it. And so if you listen to him, I think, what do you call it? The committee chairman, what's the name? The one that brought this up. The parliament is open. So indirectly, after saying this, then the next moment, somebody is now submitting the petition for the changing. And the one always doing that at that particular point always think that the whole citizenry, he is smarter than them. So the rest of us are fools. So we could easily, sorry to use that word, but then it means we don't think as they. So they are going to outsmart us. Funny, eh? Very funny. But you see, naming our state institutions after our heroes is something that identifies us. Okay. It reminds us and keeps our history. Yes, we all know Kotoka was someone who led the coup against Nkrumah. Okay. He led the overthrow of Nkrumah. But what happened after which? he realized that just like if you saw pictures, I was just reading about it, then I decided to zoom into images.
Okay.
Where I saw placards, Sasabon Sam Nkrumah, the most tyrant of Africa or something. Africa's #1 tyrant. Nkrumah must be prosecuted and those kind of things. With even his statue pulled down, with a statue, an arm broken. I watched all those pictures today. That was after the NLC succeeded in overthrowing Nkrumah, led by Kotoka.
Okay.
The whole of Ghana was excited. You have unions congratulating Kotoka at the time.
Okay.
This history, I'm telling you, if this topic hadn't come, I probably wouldn't have come across is that once Nkrumah was an enemy of Ghana. No one is talking about it today. Nkrumah was a bigger enemy as at the time of Kotoka leading that coup. And so the citizenry was excited that Nkrumah was overthrown. Okay. Then later, Kotoka himself realized that he was being misled. In fact, it was a mistake because the issues of economic mismanagement, inflation issues and what that were peddled against Nkrumah that triggered him to lead that coup were not true.
Good.
Kotoka later realized this.
Good.
And then he again, out of regret, was actually ready for Nkrumah to come back and take over. He started that process, and that is where the abort mission came and had to kill Nkrumah, Kotoka. We have not gone back to read the history. We are just looking at, because Nkrumah is the hero of Ghana, we all want to talk about Nkrumah.
Okay.
We need to go back and look at the history. Okay. This is a man of his own that does things and think back.
Okay.
And so that abort mission that got Kotoka and then 2 other lieutenants, I think one Yeboah, and then I was just looking at their names, killed. Kotoka was killed at the place we call the Airport's forecourt today. That was the venue Kotoka was killed. You look at the history before you let your emotions ride you.
Okay.
So I'm telling you, naming of that airport after Kotoka is not just a mistake. It's never a mistake.
Okay. Okay.
So you see that the airport, if you are kind of inquisitive, why do we have the whole of this international airport that is in the, even internationally recognized, named after this person? If you are inquisitive, you will go and find out, and you will learn a lot of history. You understand that Kotoka actually contributed to the history of Ghana.
Okay. So it doesn't need any change.
I don't think that is necessary.
And his name and his heritage.
Oh yes.
Okay. That's fair.
You see, look, I want to liken Akufo-Addo to Nkrumah here. We had the 2024 elections, which Akufo-Addo wasn't on the ballot. It was Bawumia. But after the elections, we all saw the verbal molestment, or I don't know the right word. I think my grammar is running away from me. Okay, abuses, the verbal abuses, the cyber attacks that Akufo-Addo suffered. In fact, is it a tyrant he hasn't received? Is it a dictator he hasn't received?
Okay.
Is it a West leader he hasn't received? Yes. Or have Ghanaians not said it was a revolution? I just go and look at the placards that after the overthrow of Nkrumah, the people brought out. And today, anyone that says anything negative of Nkrumah, in fact, the next person, available person with a machete will not let you survive. And I go and look at all those placards and I come and say, okay, so vindication, they say, is the womb of time.
So posterity will speak for
Posterity will speak for Akufo-Addo.
Okay, thank you there, Daniel. This man.
Yes,
your party
yeah,
is trying to change the name of the Kotoka National Airport. What justification do you have to this? Is it needed?
Yes, of course. It is, before you do anything, it is the fundamental principle behind it is the reason and the purpose of what you are doing.
Please, you are doing 5 minutes of this. So
please, you've been giving them some time. Please.
It's like I didn't do up to the 5 minutes.
He didn't even have
to 5 minutes. You said, pick me, I'll take you on.
He didn't.
I didn't do up to 5 minutes.
He didn't do up to 5 minutes.
What waiting here is more than 5 minutes.
What time?
Hey, my brother.
What time did he start?
I didn't check the time, but I can predict that it's more than 5 minutes.
You see?
Yeah.
You are indeed an NDC member.
Bismarck is not being fair.
No, indeed, he's an NDC member. He's just showing the NDC here.
You're not being fair.
Okay, so
the only person who did a little bit after 5 minutes was Mr. Archie.
Yeah, he sang more than that, and his
He
more than 5
didn't do
minutes.
up to 5 minutes.
I didn't do up to 5 minutes. So it means I should be mad that he's giving you 5 minutes.
All right, let's go. Thank you.
Now you've used 1 minute to argue me.
Please give it to him back. Give it to him back.
All right, so you see the purpose of doing everything,
yeah,
and the reason for doing it is why we say it's good or bad.
Okay.
Quite before, when the NDC took power, there was this news about changing Gbewa International Airport, and then the information was submitted to President Mahama when he went to one of his stores to the chief over there.
Okay.
So President Mahama also accepted that if they will change it, okay, so he doesn't have problem about that.
Okay.
I was not okay. I wasn't fine with that because changing Tamale International Airport to Gbewa International Airport, frankly speaking, it doesn't make sense. So I was speaking on one of our pages, and then they were not happy with what my submission, as if I'm against somebody like that. But before you do anything, look at the reason why you are doing it, and then it benefits. From Tamale International Airport to Gbewa International Airport. What is Gbewa? Tamale International Airport will promote the city to every globally. So if you are changing it, what is Gbewa? Are you promoting the chieftaincy or what are you promoting?
Okay.
So it doesn't make sense. And coming back to Kotoka International Airport, NDC has come for reset, and the party NDC is thinking about all corners of the country to make sure that what is not in line, they will align it rightly.
Okay.
So if they should pass, if they are able to change it, I will be okay, because going through the history of international airport, I realized that, as my brother said earlier, the Kotoka International Airport was named after Emmanuel Kotoka Kwesi, who was the one who led the overthrow of Kwame Nkrumah, the giant of Ghana and then Africa as well.
Okay.
So when I read that I felt sad within my heart why they should name Kotoka International Airport after that man for overthrowing our giants. I went through the development, the achievement of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and I felt sad. So Kotoka, I would say, he did us bad. He wicked Ghana.
Okay.
And
but
such
did
people.
you find any developments of Kotoka?
Several developments. I had in the educational sector. He built Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology.
I'm asking of
and
Kotoka.
Kotoka.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I want to come to Nkrumah before I come back to.
You don't have that much time. You are ending at 9:55. It's 9:53. Okay. I'm showing it to you so that you don't say I've
no
cheated
problem.
you.
No problem. I will finish. So Kotoka had built Kwame Nkrumah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Kwame Nkrumah built the Tech University, Legon University, and then the health center. He put up the medical center for Ghana, and also Pan-Africanism. Okay. He was in charge of the peace of Africa, and also ensuring that all African countries have do away with this colonialism.
Okay.
So Nkrumah was a giant, and also industries. He put up Gihok and then Temahabo.
But we've seen Nkrumah being honored with. We have the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. We have Kwame Nkrumah Circle. Nkrumah have a circle.
Okay, yes.
Like all these things.
Yes.
You think it's
yeah. So I am not saying that. I am not saying that.
I wanted to interject him.
Wait. I am not saying. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that the name should be Kwame Nkrumah. If it is Kwame Nkrumah, this airport, I am okay. If it is not and any other name, I'm okay. But the point I'm making is that looking at the achievement Temamoto way, the achievements of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, I check to see the achievement of Kotoka, Emmanuel Kotoka Kwesi, who overthrew Kwame Nkrumah. I couldn't see a single achievement of him.
Aside the overthrow
of Kwame Nkrumah. So why should this person be honored with this great resource of the country?
Monument, yeah.
So I feel sad when I saw that. Just for the fact that Kotoka was killed at around the airport area, airport jurisdiction, the name should be for what? So sure, it doesn't make sense. They should change it. Not if it is Kwame Nkrumah, a name fine, and any other name fine. But for the fact,
put Akufo-Addo's name there.
No, who is Akufo-Addo?
But you say any other name. No, you say any other name.
You see, when they put Akufo-Addo, that's what I'm saying. They should have a reason and purpose.
So I think John Mahama's name will be appropriate
because Akufo-Addo should be a president where we should overthrow him. But Ghanaians were so peaceful enough to contain Akufo-Addo. So for what purpose should we go and put Akufo-Addo's name on the airport? We regretted voting Akufo-Addo, and that was why we were talking about how Akumsin said this. Akufo-Addo is the genesis of all of these things. He knew very well he couldn't win 2020 elections. He used a lot of Takashi to be able to manipulate the results by a lot of vigilante groups, and then won the election.
In a nutshell, and for me, you on this Kotoka issue, you think that it is in the right direction?
Exactly. I think it is. If they should do that, it will. Many of Ghanaians and many of us will be very happy. If they should. If only you don't know why the meaning of Kotoka International Airport. If you know who is Kotoka, and then the name to Kotoka International Airport, I think we'll be angry about that. So there's a need for us. If they should change it, I think it will be very good. For the reset.
PK.
I
wanted to come in. Just a minute.
No, let him finish.
Just a minute.
See, you come in. All I'm saying is this: on our last topic, everyone is due 5 minutes. Now in that 5 minutes,
you didn't even give me the 5 minutes. So I'll protest later.
In that 5 minutes, you can say whatever you want to say about this, and then you continue with.
Okay.
I hope I'm being
very well.
Okay.
Very well.
So our last topic is we are looking at the PTA being reinstated in our schools.
Okay.
We've seen how recently, and I think that's one of the most crucial topics of the day for me. The children are our future. We've seen how recently indiscipline has marred our schools. You see students with guns, students fighting each other during inter-schools and all that. I mean, that was once that a school conducted some uninformed inspection, and they found things you can't even imagine a student will have in their trunks and job boxes in school. And now teachers can't even punish students and all that. All these things. During our time, we all had PTA. They'll call you in front of your mother, lash you, punish you and all that. Now you can't even punish a student. But just some few hours ago, we heard the education minister say that they are reinstating the PTA. How far do you think this will go in shaping the future of our wards in schools and all that?
PK, thank you. I'll come to the PTA just a minute. I just want to. I just want to reiterate a point based on the submission that my brother made.
Sure.
PK, Akufo-Addo is a human being. He will surely have his shortfalls as the time I had on my share and Sasumbuno. Okay. But PK, I'll sit here and tell you that posterity will continue to be kind to Akufo-Addo. Okay. Posterity will be kind. Okay. Me we school. I'm speaking based on me experience in my fair mobile life. Me school. I have to sit home for a whole term. And son me to me at school. At that time, I me pay film. Yeah. Are you getting it? Yeah. I sat home for a whole term. Now my school fees here saying 50 Ghana and then 50 Ghana. A whole term. Now me need a class and my fees and me go school. 500,000.
Yes, that's why.
A whole term. Oh. Yeah. Now me crow for co school. Me mates for now there here and there. Charlie, they be me home. And meaning say people have gone through similar situation, and it took the intervention of Nana Akufo-Addo's free SHS for them to come how far they've come in life. Okay. Intermediate, they be me come say Akufo-Addo, yes, in your constitution now, so no boy. But Akufo-Addo posterity will be kind to him, if not for anything at all. Sure. So bold decision, any free SHS or the buy my man, or more money be mania school ni be coin. Posterity will be kind to him. Okay. So, bro. Akufo-Addo may have a shortfalls, but that alone, posterity will be kind to him.
Okay, thank you. Now you have 3 minutes.
I have 3 minutes, thank you. PTA in schools. PK, near ACC or secondary school, and then you. So I recommend and thank the education minister for this bold decision and then initiative that he's reintroducing today, and now he's bringing it back.
Sure.
Metna studio I can say said there is a secondary school within my constituency, Christian Methodist. Nkwala no mgu school no, almost in Langards. Who teacher now you are supposed to even instill discipline. No? How dare you say the king ebeka nkwala? And your own pong fi school. Yeah, the motto ne cars na de na ebe shia kwan, they will discipline you. They will beat the hell out of you as a teacher. I didn't know my way in here because there was a strong disconnect between the student body and also the school body, any parents. Okay. Until the floodgate was open over time. And discipline, teacher need to mean discipline akola. Okay. Because how dare you? Who teacher need no crampo who conduct ni say you are not supposed to say obefa ba e dey aka akola. Until ko secondary school ne ye one nkwala na pro o ma say no mu school ni mo. Dress no pe or dress or the back. Hwe ye na ye ko school ni bi. Ye nim say time our PTA was well constituted and then instituted in school. Yeah. We could see the level of discipline in school. Yeah. Me say one time Miss Nikki echo krum because I be in a school and sometimes we want to test the system and see say system is stronger. Yeah. Me donya me your mom suspension for 1 month. 2 weeks internal, 2 weeks external. Okay. Because me donya me systems were working. After work assembly akobawoma. I thought they were doing me bad, but they were shaping me going forward.
1 minute.
But we are not seeing that level of discipline in our schools.
Okay. So you think the PTA?
So the PTA reintroduction back. Okay. Honorable Haruna, kudos. Okay. Parents and teachers now have what it takes to come together to promote the well-being of every ward or every child in the school. Because the children are our heritage. Okay. They are our future leaders. Sure. They are the heritage root of our generation. And say Jaisan Kola we now anyhow. Now because you see when we spare the rod, we spoil the child. Sure. All that it takes, all that we need as a nation to cushion and make sure that these children become future leaders. It's good that we are reintroducing them. Okay. We need them. Okay. Because Ghana belongs to them.
Okay, thank you. Danny?
PK, honestly, when I saw your topics yesterday, I said, then why are you calling me a politician? Because I looked at the 3 topics all, and they are tropical. Sure. None is political. Sure. Unfortunately, my brother has been a politician from all 2 topics we have discussed. He has never wanted to take a citizen approach to anything. Really? And the politics have blinded him to be going on a tangent. Sorry to say, that is unfortunate. You see, As if I knew he was going that lane, then I decided to talk about the history of this Kotoka man. I started where it began and where it ended. Okay?
Yeah.
The purpose for naming that airport after Kotoka, one, wasn't because he died somewhere closer to that place or around that area, like he tried to put it. No.
Okay.
It was to actually appreciate his gallantry. This is a man that led coup to take you PK off here and come and sit down and realize that no. The people deceived me against you. And so you need to be reinstated. Okay. And so I initiated again an abort mission. He was, let me remind him that he was dying for fighting to bring Nkrumah back, if you don't know.
Wow.
And that's what we mean the abort coup.
Okay, that's
and then, let me finish. He was fighting to abort the coup, to reinstate Nkrumah. And that's why he died.
So
if you saw my, let me find.
That will receive Nkrumah.
Let me finish. Let me finish it. So if you so much reverence in Nkrumah, this is someone that died because of Nkrumah, my brother.
Okay.
2, there were 3 people that died. All of what? Volta descent. All the 3, they were Voltarians. And so the bigger question was, how come that this abort coup could only kill Voltarians? There was that likelihood of ethnic uprising. And so to tame angers, it was equally part of the reasons. Okay. So go and get your history facts and leave politics. These are tropical matters.
Okay.
We don't have to do politics with everything.
Okay.
Then now to the issue. PK,
yes, sir.
I'm a professional teacher myself, a practicing one.
Wow.
I'm going to talk as a teacher here. Good. I appreciate the fact that PTA is coming back.
Okay.
You see, PTA is an association that has to do with parents and teachers working together.
Okay.
Now, this association is executive. Usually, you must have a teacher as part of the executive for PTA. So decisions of parents and teachers are collaboratively taken. Now, but then the question is, why was it taken off? It was taken off because of free SHS. And now this was the reason.
Okay.
Now we had what we call PTA dues and other levies usually the parents think that they want to support.
Sure.
But myself and you know that a parent will not walk from his house, come and enter class and ask your son or daughter to go home because of a certain levy. That chairman parent or that PTA chairman will use me, the teacher, to do that.
Okay.
And some teachers also saw that as a window of opportunity. And then they were actually extorting students in kind of many things. Wow. Printing fee, this fee, that fee. In fact, I'm telling you, there were a lot of levies that we pay or parents pay. And it is not that parents, teachers sat down together and agreed before those levies was given. Just within the head, oh, we need to do this. So what do we do? Okay, each student this. Parents are not aware, but they were paying. Yeah. Now that brought a lot of burden on certain parents. And so parents that were not able to pay, you see their wards being driven out of class day in, day out. In fact, some children were denied the opportunity to write exam. So then, government thinking of free SHS, and the purpose of free SHS wasn't a charade. It was to afford every student the opportunity. You should have no reason whatsoever why you are denied access to education. So how do we achieve that? So let's delink parents and teachers.
Okay.
And I'm not sure government actually disbanded PTA. It reformed it. And so it only delinked parents and teachers from teachers. And so parents, if you remember, there were these constant issues of this school, there is this, and the Minister for Education at the time will come to clear that. Government is not buying parents from supporting. But it is not, government is avoiding the fact that it becomes compulsory that every parent must pay this amount. And we are not of the same financial capacity, where those that are not able to pay are denied education. That was the position of government. Now, talking about discipline,
your time is actually up.
But you know, you didn't give me enough time, so I beg. No, it's supposed to be 2 minutes. And you see, this matter, I have a lot to talk about it.
Really?
Talking about discipline, you see, we are linking the indiscipline to the delink of parents and teachers. That is not it. There is one thing that my government, the NPP government, the Akufo-Addo government did, that as a teacher, I have never been happy. I'm yet to hear an address on that. I think I heard something, but I'm talking about a formal, official communique. It has to do with punishment. As a teacher, in fact, it became a crime even to hold a stick as a pointer.
Wow.
To hold it as a pointer. If by mistake they come around to supervise and see you like that, you could be taken on.
Wow.
And so we were always asked that if a student misbehaves, you cancel. But not this, our students of our Ghanaian descent. What is cancelling to them? And so that is where the indiscipline came in, not because of PTA. And the reinstatement of PTA will only has to talk about bringing teachers and parents back together. I don't know how government, who says that they are still committed to free SHS, how they are going to manage that aspect of financial burdening. But I am expecting an official communication about punishment, allowing teachers. Yes, this is not about indiscipline. It has nothing to talk about indiscipline. God, look, in my school, students will misbehave. Parents will voluntarily come and tell you that, cane that child. But you know what? If I cane and that child is smart to take me to the office, I am likely to lose my salary. But this is a parent that says cane. So it's not about PTA. It is about that policy that bad teachers from punishing. And I've been following this discussion, not just here. Everyone is linking it to that of it has nothing to do with it. I think recently heard the education minister or somebody like that saying that we can punish. He is giving a right that we should punish students that misbehave or something. It was just a statement I think he made somewhere. I can't really figure.
Official,
Thank you. There's no official communication. So as it is, as teachers, we're still afraid. But you could easily be taken on. Hey. If they want to beat us in school, that one they will face each other. But if I'm going home, I don't even know who is following me, who is hidden somewhere. And that one is even better. You cane me and I go to hospital, I'm fine. I still have my job. But everyone, now we have one thing that is common among teachers. When you want to talk, we'll just say, my brother, protect your salary. And so we watch on as the indiscipline goes on, just because we're protecting our salary. But once something happens, you are taken on. And once the message goes out that you can't, or you punish, say maybe you punish a student to pick stones, the student says that after picking the stones, maybe I'm having thigh pains or waist pain or whatever, you takes you on, you are in trouble.
Wow.
Because you are admonished to cancel.
Okay.
So I think that, yes, reinstatement of PTA, it could be a good move, but I am still looking at how government will manage that in terms of still handling free education, so that teachers doesn't take advantage to extort students and still get the chance to drive students that are not able to afford away. But I'm praying that there should be an official communique from Ministry of Education to Ghana Education Service to allow teachers to measuredly, not just punish anyhow, but punish even though in moderation, so that we can have our discipline back. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Danny. Bismarck.
I always say that NDC, MPP communicators, if I were to be part of them, I would resign. Because you come to the studio or the social media, public domain, and you are speaking, you don't have anything like good to give to the people. But so at the end of the day, what you are saying is not in line with the people. How can you tell me that you are okay for Kotoka killing Kwame Nkrumah, African giant, and then still trying to bring him back? And then for that matter, you are happy that they name him after Kotoka. It is sad. So
he didn't kill him.
No, he was the one. Oh, sorry for the word.
He said he killed
He was the one who overthrew him. Okay. Sorry for the word. He overthrew him. So for him denying us this giant, the great mind that Nkrumah was having to help this country, it is sad. So I don't think Kotoka's name should even be remembered. Just like Akufo-Addo, we shouldn't, like, I don't want to see Akufo-Addo's name again. I'm so happy for several months now. I don't hear about him in the radio station, TV station.
This is serious.
Yeah, so people
this is a strong hatred for
this is not even about hate. It's not about hate.
It is serious.
It's not about hate.
It's really serious.
We are talking about people who
this is a strong hatred for the name of
Akufo-Addo.
My brother, seriously,
it's not about hate. People who subject the country in a serious economic problem, such people should not be remembered. Okay. So Kotoka's name is, I think, Ghana, we need to change that name seriously.
Okay. Yeah. Name there, so coming back to
definitely you will change it.
Let me remind you of something. You've done 3 minutes already of your time.
Please. I have 3 points to talk about. 4 points to talk about.
10, 11.
Give me 4, then I'm okay. Okay, 4.
Today he's bullying me. Now his party is in power.
Don't control FC. The 5K men are outside the record for you. Don't
NDC has come for reset. And for all that the party is doing, that is why when the MP people they come, they don't have anything to talk about. For all that the NDC is doing is to put the country on the good track.
Okay.
Because PTA, counseling PTA in the SHS it's a very bad thing for every government or any government to do.
Okay.
What are the functions of PTA? PTA is to make sure it brings a communication between the parents and the teachers as well, and then also for supporting the school as initiatives, and also for improving the student welfare and improving the influence of the school policies. Akufo-Addo cancelled PTA for a reason. The more reason why he cancelled it was just to make sure the bad implementation of free SHS will stand. Because if you look at the indiscipline that he's talking about, how can there be a discipline when parents and teachers has lost communication between the two people that they are guiding? The child is between the teacher and the parents. So probably if there is this collaboration and communication between the teachers and the parents, what is not right, they can put it right. Like he was saying, the parent told you that you can cane his or her child, and now when you cane the child takes you to the headmaster. You are likely to be sacked. So if there is PTA, you communicate this to the parent. The parent come to raise it with the headmaster, and the issue is addressed. Now Akufo-Addo has disconnected the parent and the teacher. So how do you ensure discipline in the school? That is why I'm saying that Akufo-Addo, me frankly speaking, I'm happy now. I don't see him again.
You are mentioning his name here.
Yes, because
and that's the most popular name in their list.
The bad thing that he caused to us, that's why I'm mentioning his name. So the more reason why he did that is the school PTA is to make sure they influence the school policies. If there was a PTA, this bad free SHS policy wouldn't have stand.
Now you have
because
1 minute remaining. I gave you the
parents would have raised the call for them to ensure a proper management. And if you cannot ensure a proper management, what do? You have to cancel it. You see, so he wanted a way to be able to implement the bar system. That was why he cancelled the free SHS. And when he did that, it cost he
cancelled the free SHS.
Sorry, he cancelled the PTA. When he did that, it really cost our educational system, because how can a student go to school, come back, and then sit in the house for 3 months before you go back to school? How? This
so
young brains.
If the PTA was still holding, parents will have the platform to raise
the concerns for this to be addressed. But there is this total disconnection between the teachers. So how then do they involve in the school policies?
All right.
So NDC has come for reset. And as you are saying, that problem of yours is solved. You don't need it from Ministry of Education or wherever to.
It is solved.
It is solved.
PK. You see, just a bit of clarification. Talking about issues happening in the school and parents are not aware, or parents cannot come and talk about. That's why I started to explain. The link that happened was that teachers were part of the parents association.
Okay.
Teachers were mandatorily supposed to hold executive positions. Teachers were signatories to parents or PTA accounts.
Okay, so the PTA was in existence, but there weren't teachers.
I'm saying we had PTA already before Akufo-Addo's government, and this is how the system was. It is an official association, and so we had the executive. I think the secretary must be a teacher. Okay, the secretary must be a teacher or something. Yeah, I need to be sure. But one of the executive positions is a reserve for a teacher. Okay. Then when it comes to signatory to the account where PTA levies are paid to, a teacher must be a signatory. And so teachers were kind of like in the association as part of it. Now what Akufo-Addo's the link came to do was not that parents were taken out of school running, but teachers were taken out of the association. So you have no involvement in whatever parents want to do for the school or do not want to do for the school.
That addresses my question that the association was still there.
It was still there, but
teachers weren't
fine. So because teachers are part and must be part of executive, it is called Parent-Teacher Association. Then what the government of the day at the time said was that teachers should be taken off the management of that association, and so it becomes parents association. Okay, so teachers are not signatories to their account. Teachers are not part of the executive of the association. Only parents. And so the parent does what they want willingly, not the teachers influencing them to do it. You get it? Then, so what it means, parents still had that. You as a parent, even as we speak, as a parent, we admonish that you intermittently visit the school to inquire about your ward's progress. How is he or she faring? What's happening in terms of discipline, health, academics, and what have you? Parents consistently visited. But what only the rule was that teachers should not meddle in the business of parents.
Thank you.
So I just want to clear that.
So if teachers are not too involved in that, then what is the purpose of that association?
Our time is up.
A second, my last words. A second.
Oh, your last words.
Yes.
I was actually about to give you time for a last word. So, okay, then
so
1 minute for a last word.
Thank you. PK, thanks so much. It's been excited meeting great guys in the studio today. I've really learned a lot at their feet. But PK, I want to put this on record. You know, as I sit here, I'm the PRO for Achema Youth Association. I am an Achem and a proud one as well. We hold in high esteem anybody from the Achem land that has putting Ghana on the map. So I say, I had messages, I placed, and some of the executives too are following the program. And one person just drew my attention that, please clarify this. I beg you. Nana Akufo-Addo is an Achem, and we the youth are proud of him anytime, any day. Ofosu Ampofo is an Achem person, and we are proud of him, the level that he has placed Achem as a people too. So I beg you, if my brother by any chance has any special hatred for Akufo-Addo, we beg him. We the Achems, we are proud of him. Just as we are proud of Ofosu Ampofo, who is also an Achem for us. Thank you.
Thank you. Danny? Tomorrow, your party, the Congress.
Yes, okay. So tomorrow
a few minutes and then
tomorrow we are having a national delegates conference. This is a program that delegates are to come and take decisions. It's a decision making program. It's not a campaign program. It's not an election or whatever program. Now, I think somewhere 2022 we had a conference like this, where certain proposals were made to amend sections of our constitution. I think key among them were that we wanted to amend to make communications electable, research and elections officer electable, financial secretary electable. Those were the proposals. But then it would have now been amended in the next conference. But we never had that before the 2024 elections because of the schedule. We were tight. Then after elections, unfortunately, we had that humiliating defeat. Then we looked they said that let's sit back, let's do some introspection and then get a clue as to some of the things that caused that. And we did that. And so I think tomorrow's program is an informed program. We're coming there with informed mindsets. We're coming there to look at how to get back to our values and then see how we can move on as one. And so expect major and big decisions to be made tomorrow.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you. So, I know we are not going to have you until the next time you visit Accra. So
yes. So yes. I must say I'm excited having met my senior brother.
Sure.
The level of education I've had from him is inspiring.
Sure.
Having my brother from the opposition trying to attack everything, I don't really understand why. But then it is natural of them. When you see an NDC communicator desisting from attacking, then it tells you that fellow has actually decided maybe the fellow is an MPP breed that have joined them or something. And so my brother have just introduced himself that he's an indigenous, no, that word is an organic NDC. But then I'm grateful to have sat with him.
Sure.
I would love to be here again one day and meet all of them.
Definitely. Whenever you come, you meet them.
Yes, but let me not
end. Stray bullet.
Let me not end without having the opportunity to greet my own brother, senior brother, Governor Ibrahim. I think he made the contact and I got the opportunity to be here. He's one person that actually believes in growing together with his colleagues. I'm not the only one. He gives any little opportunity he gets. You know, today we, the youth of Ghana, we see any other person as a competition. And so you are afraid to even introduce them to platforms. But this guy is doing very well in terms of that. And I must commend him. Fortunately, he's going to be putting himself out for the regional elections as a Northeast Regional Youth Organizer. He'll be putting himself out for that. So I'll pray that Northeast region, especially the youth, to see that prospect in him. He's one that is capable of developing talents. And I'm sure that is why he needs to be given the mandate to lead Northeast region. But let me not end without also greeting my own senior brother, Honorable Mr. Jonathan Abore, popularly known as Contempt. In fact, he was called Bongo High Street in our days of opposition. That's when we were 2014, 2015. He will call all the media houses here in Accra, especially Dome FM, and that name Bongo High Street became popular. I greet him too. He's equally going to be contesting the regional youth organizer position. And I will plead on the good people of Upper East to do the needful by giving him the nod. He's a workaholic.
Thank you, sir. Bismarck.
Yes, boss.
Your last words.
I beg, don't do politics.
Last words.
And I'm begging.
I understand because as I told you, you want me to speak in your favor, and I am also being frank with what I say. I wish I could speak for you, but there is no way for me, and that is how it turns out like that.
But is there something you can actually say about it?
No, there is nothing I can speak. All I said was what I have to say. It's not like I was being partisan or something like that. Yeah, I was speaking as a citizen of the country. Yeah, so it's a nice meeting all of you, and I think today I feel, I don't know, the atmosphere, I don't know, you people have really made it very accommodating for me. Yeah, so I am very happy meeting you, great men, and men for the country. Yeah, so I will have a word for my constituency, Bandai. Yeah, I think after the election, unfortunately, the MPP had to manipulate some of the results in the about 41 polling stations. And as part of that, we are fighting very hard to make sure we get a seat back. And we have the issue at court. And unfortunately, the constituency has been subjected to a lot of tension between the members, and it's heartbreaking because we are hoping for a rerun. And as part of that, we want the
Where is that one? You see that I said he shouldn't do politics.
We are hoping for a rerun. And then as part of that, we need the people together to be able to take back the seat. So looking at the issues that are kind of among us as a team, it's kind of heart-breaking. And I want to appeal to all the leadership of the party. Yes, I know the honorable member is highly pressured because of the court case. And so I would want to appeal to the constituency chairman and the district chief executive and the other executives in the constituency, so that they should try their best to iron out the issues on the ground, so that we can come back together and be able to fight ahead. Well, our common enemy is this separation. So when we come back together, MPP can never withstand NDC in Pandai constituency. So for us identifying the problem of that division, if we're able to solve it, then that will be our strength. And we need to stand on that to be able to take back the seat more easily from the MPP. So I'm encouraging everyone to be able to come together. Let's iron out our differences and be able to be a united front line for the party. Yeah, so we can take back the seat from Honorable Matunyindam.
All right, thank you, Bismarck, and thank you, gentlemen. But Beck, you never said anything about the Congress.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You know.
But that doesn't mean 5 minutes. It means 30 seconds.
Okay, well. I think I wish the MPP the very best in their Congress, and they are going to make decision. They be whatever happens in NDC, Ghanaians we can't sit down and say and fire home. We will adversely get affected by any decision that is taken from the NDC. Likewise, the MPP. So they are opening Congress. They are going to make strong decisions, going to send strong signals. We wish them the very best. May they come out productive and successful. Because decision will be taken from their Congress. No, the outcome is we Ghanaians that are going to be affected in the end. So we wish them the very best. They say nothing succeeds than success. May they succeed in their conference.
Thank you very much. Because my one man can a good luck crying Chamunko. I will pass on my party name good crying among Quamans. So yeah, this is where we'll end the conversation.
I think as part of the reset,
Bismarck, you have 25 seconds.
Okay, as part of the reset, we need to reset our opposition party as well. So we have to work very hard to make sure that at least we can get another opposition party who can be very helping enough to be able to move the country forward, because MPP is not helping us as an opposition party. So we need to reset our opposition party as well.
Thank you. This is why we draw the curtains on the show this morning. It's been very, very, very interesting, exciting, and educative as well. A lot of goodies coming your way right after the morning show. So stay tuned. We thank you for sticking with us throughout the show. Enjoy your weekend.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide. I'm level bam.